Now,
West side.
oh,
Alright, let's find this joint. There we go. I see it. Hey, look, it's me. That's pretty cool. Alright.
And then we just share it to your page.
hello, Facebook. We are live right now. This is the gray area, and this is your boy Ray E.
This is your boy P. Wills. What's happening?
And this is Ebony.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ebony. I had your mic muted. I didn't do that on
Mine
purpose.
too.
And this is your girl E. Ebony, all the above, the queen. No, let me stop. Am I muted still? I would have been so mad if I said all that.
You are up, but
Okay,
you know, since
so-
you soft spoken, you might have to
You still can't hear me?
I'm just messing with you.
Dang. Okay.
We got you. Yeah, we have a very special show tonight. We got hip hop in the building. We talking about the culture of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
We got a nice cast of guys in here who can lyrically get it in on the pen. You know, on the pen and
Tell
pad.
Eminem run me my money. Tell him run me my
I
money.
know that's right.
Oh man, speaking of that,
Hold on.
yeah,
We gonna get into it.
that.
Yeah, we gonna get into it.
That.
What? I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we gotta
MGK&M.
talk about that.
Oh
Absolutely.
god, definitely gonna talk about that.
MGK got that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
here
got
it comes.
Diop in the building.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Not much. Glad to be here.
Good to have you here, brother. Fee Ray's in the building.
Was good.
Got
West
some
side.
legends up in here.
Legend.
I
Yeah.
know
Ebony
Fee Ray,
calls
I
it
love
legendary.
you. Yeah.
Let's go. Then my man Pope Adrian Bless is in the building.
URLTV.tv, home of the elites.
Right?
Sound effect. Bang, bang.
For sure.
That's all we
You know,
have.
one thing that we want to talk about is the culture of hip hop, right? We know it has shifted from generation to generation. Some people ain't with it these days. Some people are. Usually the young people are feeling it and the older people not. You know, it happened with our generation too. You know, when Tupac and all them came out and we was all into it, and the old schools were talking about why y'all ain't listening to Kool in the Gang no more, you know. So, you know, it always changes from generation to generation.
Facts.
But one thing is clear, real hip hop is you know, is legendary. We know what real hip hop is. You know what I mean? But we can't take away from the fact that this new evolved hip hop is actually etched itself in the game somehow, and then even blended R&B and hip hop, which they call trap soul right now. So, what are y'all thoughts on the culture of hip, or I should say, the state of hip hop in this day and time? Being hip hop artists, you know.
I mean, is that a broad question?
No,
Yeah,
okay.
For me, it's simple.
Okay.
I think it's in a great space. You fail to realize that the word, well, actually, the phrase, the term hip hop, the root word is hip. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was back in the day. What was hip? What was different? What was new? What was fresh? So in the meantime, you know, when we keep it down to the core elements, the 5 elements of hip hop, we can't fail to realize that those things may not be hip to a different generation.
For sure.
You know
For
what I'm
sure.
saying? It was created as a way to express ourselves.
Right.
And if the youth express themselves differently from the way that we did in our day, or you know what I'm saying, even the past generation or the one before that, that doesn't make it not hip. It's just
Right.
different. It's something new. It all came from that. Everything grows organically. And then even beyond that, I think the biggest issue that causes some tumultuous times in like the whole idea of hip hop in the scene is we gotta understand we've never had this much access to music.
Yeah.
That's a good
So
point.
when you say
Absolutely.
hip hop is dead, when I hear people say R&B is dead, bro, you're not looking for it. That's your fault. Like we have the internet. There's great artists all over this planet that make everything. If you want some boom bap, you can find it.
For sure.
You just looking at what's flying down your timeline, which is what's hip or what's popular.
Right.
If you want to find some dope stuff, it's out there. That's your fault. So I feel like the
That's a
state
good
is
point.
great.
I agree with that.
And
Technology
that's
has definitely took
exactly,
us in a different arena
It's
where we
all
got access
there.
to social media, and this is also where the artistry and independent artists can rise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on that?
On the state of hip hop, I think it's in a great state. Anything that is growing and changing, I'm all for it. If it stays static, then that means death is near. So if it's not growing and it's not changing, then I don't want to be a part of it. And I'm glad to see hip hop's changed a lot, and it's going to continue to change. I also am glad that like it's being consumed dominantly internationally. Like it's one of the most popular forms of music across the globe, and that's because hip hop is a melting pot of all different sounds. And even if we go back and let's say we listen to Pac's records, a lot of times Pac would have different female vocalists come in and start singing.
Right.
We would never know who they were, right?
Right.
Well, now we got a lot of the same amount of melody, but you have one artist who is going from rapping to singing to rapping to songwriting.
Right.
So it's a lot more fluid in terms of the positions, kind of like the NBA. How how NBA is becoming more positionless.
For sure.
You got a lot of the same thing going on in hip hop. I think that's critical. Some of the things that I do struggle with is just the whole commodification of it. So you have a lot of people who they don't really care about the art form. They care about how to, come up quick. And I understand that. And that's important to be able to survive off of it. But it's got to be balanced. It has to be balanced in the universe.
Who do you think's pushing that agenda though? Because is it really the artists or is it really like the labels pushing this?
I think it's a mixture of both. You have some artists who are willing to compromise their identity and their message to come up on a quick check and change their current reality. But then you have executives, you have others who are not artists, they're businessmen, and they're creating economic models off of this, different type of deal structures, streaming. Streaming is a great thing because that means you can listen to my song anytime, every time, all the time.
Right.
And it doesn't cost.
It doesn't cost, but we getting fractions on a penny.
Absolutely.
So and we don't even have no leveraging power to dictate us getting more. So we need more equity, more leverage in the game.
The streaming services have also made it to where I think artists are making less. You know what I mean? Because I really feel like and for people who don't know about streaming services, is like they divvy up that dollar. Like let's just use $1. The record label gets something. The label who signs you gets something. Everybody's getting their cut. By the time you get your cut, you're getting like 10 cents, maybe less.
Actually, I was listening to something the other day. I think it was like a third of a penny per stream.
Ooh, wow, that's not even a penny.
But on the same note, think about this. The other side of that, no, don't get me wrong, that's fucked up. But on the same note, if you break down the accessibility,
Okay.
like the reason the percentage was so much higher back in the day is because you actually physically had to go get it.
Right.
Now, somebody that lives in, the most remote part of the world, all they got to do is have a cell phone tower or internet.
For sure.
And they have access to your music.
So more people got access.
It's more accessible. So at the end of the day, I mean, when you break it down, it is messed up. Like, don't get me wrong, the fractions are horrible. But even back in the day when it was just album sales, we all know the TLC story and how there was only it was like 7 points on an album. So like for real, y'all only y'all splitting that out of all this.
Went home with 56,000 for the year.
Saying? Like everybody was still getting pimped back in the day too.
Each.
So I mean, if you break it down, like somebody we all can't achieve the 500 million mark on YouTube, but if you multiply them by that amount, you're getting a nice check off of that, and you didn't have to actually do nothing.
For sure.
You didn't have to go do promo at the CD store like back in the day. The song just came out on YouTube, and you just sit there like, dang, I hit 100 million views. I'll take this check. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And then, even the other side of that, too, is the game has changed so much to where the independent level of it and deals and advertisements and all this other stuff, there's other ways to make income. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these artists are doing great with the shows, as long as they don't have a 360 deal. If you have a 360 deal, they eating off of your shows too.
Terrible deal.
But exactly. So, but like the actual artists that are organic that came up on their own without a label, they eating great. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite artists, Currency, he's eating great. He dropped an album, what, 2 months?
Right.
And he's been on tour.
Yeah.
Since he left, what, Cash Money? Like, he been on a 10-year tour, like, Unlimited. Like, exactly. Like, he got a new joint. Fire in the Clouds. That's my joint. Like,
Fire in the Clouds, man.
Exactly. Fire in the Clouds.
What are your thoughts on the culture of hip-hop and then this new streaming?
I'll be honest with you, I'm not really concerned with it. I'm concerned with more businessmen. I want us to make money. I've done this for 10 years.
Okay.
I'm still broke. I see them streaming numbers.
Yep.
When I make $80, I know I'm getting over 200 streams.
Wow.
I should make more.
Right.
I'm not worried about you being a rapper. I want to know about your business.
Okay.
What is your brand? You mean to tell me that once upon a time, right,
Okay.
I was the coldest rapper, and I'm going to get this magical deal, magically, and I'm not going to make not a dime, nothing. West Side Gun, Conway, Benny, all the Griselda, phenomenal, but why won't they drop anything on the tube to get 3,000 views within a week? I need to know. I'm not concerned with the game, I'm concerned with the machine. That's what I'm worried about.
Okay.
Hip-hop ain't dead, but the machine shifted. It's a thing called evolution. Mother Nature does not worry about you. It's all about adaptation.
Come on.
I'm trying to sustain life in death. So as an artist, a brand, one person, or a team, I need to know how are you going to be able to capitalize off you living. Because, hey, I got to be suicidal to want to write about it. This is my life on the line. You're going to give me a third of a penny of me staying alive? I'm not worried about the music. I'm worried about how can I put my brand in your face. So what's happening? Hip-hop ain't dead. The machine is not making no money off it. I don't care about your substance. So we're more concerned with this popular hip-hop thing, and we're mad at the Uzis and everyone with Lil in her name. I mean, look.
Uzi got joints looking.
He do, but Yachty's starting in How High too.
Yeah, he is.
Right.
I don't know nothing about your music. You went Cinnamon. Who was this?
He said you went
Hey, why you so big, sir?
Gito, he
I love Gito. He went Cinnamon Wood, right? And we ain't got nothing else. But your brand is enough to put you in a potential cult classic sequel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to be, I'm more concerned now, especially with this Generation X thing. I'm more concerned with these kids making their money in a way where they don't have to keep exposing themselves in front of white people and getting shoved and jived and put on platforms they do not deserve to be on. That's what I'm more concerned with there. So it's bigger than hip hop for me. It's more about your life for the next 30, 40 years and your investing. That's what I question.
And speaking on the machine, so like I've been following you and Diop for a while now, and then Free Ray, I'll admit, like I just got on to you when y'all went to Hong Kong. So and then I've been following you ever since.
Wait a
right?
minute. You
Yeah,
ain't
that's what
about
I'm
to jet
saying.
past that.
We gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that part because that's what like Ray, like look, you know, just be honest. Ray was like, so how do we label this? Do we label this indie artist? I was like, no, we can't say indie artists because they bigger than indie artists.
Me and Pope performed.
And the birthday cake during Hanukkah.
Y'all skipping
we from India.
y'all skipping the
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get to all that.
Sis is trying to build up to that, man.
I'm trying.
Fuck all that. We did a video.
Trust me, it's on the it's on the notes, bro. We got you.
We got some
Okay.
details.
What I was gonna say was,
there.
I know what I was gonna say was, so I've been following y'all for a while, and I'm like, damn, these brothers is always putting something out, and constantly putting something out. And the brand is like out there, and then it pisses me off because I'm like, why is it that, especially since a lot of us are saying hip hop is dead or have been saying it for a minute? Okay, they're hip hop. So what's the problem? You know, why is it they got it? It's not like they suck. I mean, they're nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest. I don't listen to a lot of hip hop local rappers.
Yeah.
I don't listen to a lot of them because they sound the same.
Shout out to Jetty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
shout out
it's
to Jay.
so like these three brothers all sound different, but it's all hip hop, and it's like it's so. But seeing y'all put so much content out all the time, I would literally be exhausted. And I'd be like, fuck it. You know, because y'all put so much out, and like you said, it seems to me, I'm like, it gotta be the machine. Because the content is lit. I mean, it's there.
It's the machine, but also like I I like to view Indianapolis or Indiana as if we hunting in a desert, because there's no industry here.
There's no standard here.
There's no standard. There's no infrastructure, and we chose to stay. I got relationships here, which are always most important to me. So I have to remind myself there's a couple barriers, and I learned this when I traveled overseas, which we can talk about later. But first thing I got to get somebody to do is hit play, because I'm local. So that's the first barrier. Then after that, I got to get them to acknowledge that they listen to it. That's another barrier, because some people hit play and they won't even acknowledge that they played it. Then the third thing I got to get them to do is feel motivated to move and share it, right? All right. So I got to do all of those things digitally and physically while I'm competing with everybody else to get the same type of response, right? And we got a lot of different hurdles. If we try to throw an event here for hip-hop, the insurance on that is high, because we in Indiana. They don't want us to do that. That's not the face of Indiana, right? All right. So when I was coming up, where the OGs? Where do I go to figure out how do I mix my lyrics? How do I write a hook? What is a bar? You know what I mean? We had to learn a lot of this for ourselves, and then realize, oh, okay, there's people in that don't just make trap. All right, let me go over here and start building with them. So we creating as we go. And I think the beautiful thing is that just imagine if you were able to be Outkast and what they did for Atlanta. We got that same opportunity here. It's going to look and feel different because Indiana is different, but we are creating an industry and an infrastructure that can live beyond any one album. But I get frustrated all the time. You know what I mean? Because this is what I do. But at the end of the day, I'm going to keep doing it. Whether one person hits play or 100,000 people hit play. So that's how I look at it.
Yeah, man, you stated that. I mean, you're more concerned, you know, the artist, you know, making money, like on revenue.
I need to know who you are or stop playing with me. I don't care if you can rap.
Okay.
I need relatability. My fan base and my consumer support group love me because I have no problem speaking the truth on any platform. Transparency across the board, because it starts with me. It's a thing. Okay, I put it like this. Let's not make it too metaphysical, but let's put some things in the air. My frequencies and kilohertz operate at a different level. I'm honest. I'm realistic. When I started rap, I didn't do it for people. I knew I can out-rap 98% of people. That's my confidence level. But in order for me to do that, my substance and content was truly me. I did gangbang. I have done robberies. I have shot up. I've done a lot of stuff, whatever. And I don't glorify it, but it's the fact that you have to know your past. Now, people who know that I was about that, I have fans, I'll put it like this, I have fans now who don't even know I rap, but they know who I am. Oh, we watch your motivational videos, we are in tune with you on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anything, whatever is whatever, because we relate to you. A lot of artists fail because we can't relate to them. How can we see you in a way that you're not being overly saturated? Because let's be honest, okay? There's 400 new rappers in Nap a month. I said, excuse you, sir. Who are you? I have questions. Hey, man. And look, they start doing this new thing now where they're like, they'll inbox you and they'll do stuff like remember like on like 96.3, it was like Hot or Not, like the record. They were like, play it or hate it. I'm like, you gave me options and I have a choice and I'm not gonna take any of them. But if I knew who you were, I'm Dylan. Diop is my brother forever. Fever the same thing. They can drop the worst project in America for me, but our relationship is so strong because I know who they are. I know what they represent. I'm relating to them. I'm going to share it because I feel people can do the same thing. Make yourself so relatable. Make yourself so accessible, but not being in front of everybody's face. That's the thing about accessibility. People think you got to drop masks.
You're not leaving nothing to the imagination.
Right. You're not giving.
You gave them everything.
It's the same.
Get more life.
You gotta grow.
It's the equivalent to when you take a girl on a date, you gotta ask the question, is she gonna give it up the first night? Because if you do, you're this. But if you're not, you're this. But if you don't, here's the upside. That means you're giving me more to feed off of. Because you gave me something of you. Yes. And that's what that comes down to. You have to come to a point where it's not the only way, because guess what? Everybody got it. One of my favorite artists in the world is a girl named Clairo. She's an underground artist. She makes like this like classic-y pop deal. But she has a video where she sat in front of a webcam, had the lyrics on the screen. It was wonderful. Made over 10 million views, this basic thing. But it was so simple and so realistic because her fans already related. We all rap the same. All of us rap the same. There's nothing new here. So why is your Migos flow better than his Migos flow? Oh, I know why, because I know your background. You went to college, your parents were this, you showcase this, you're this individual. I want to relate. Hip hop is about relationship.
For sure.
I want to know who you are.
I think that's the key thing that people are
That's why
missing in
people love
music
Cardi
in
B.
general, period. And this, you know, we'll go into a further discussion on how you should have a relationship when you're talking with radio stations
Absolutely.
or DJs, or you know, a lot of people like to point the finger and say, "Well, the DJs and the radio don't support here," and they haven't built no relationships
Right.
with
Shout out Rec
with
One.
none of the people in the city. You know what I mean?
I think that was to your point.
Facts.
Just Cardi B. That's why people are. She's. I mean, I wouldn't
love
say
Cardi.
she's the dopest lyricist,
relatable.
I love
but
Cardi.
she's relatable. It's like all the chicks, either if they had a ratchet side or they were just ratchet 100%, was like, oh,
There you go. I was gonna say everybody got that ratchet
somebody can
side.
speak our language, somebody I can relate to, and they
Shout out
just,
to my
and they
BO
just love her
boy.
and
She
eat
put
her
me on
up.
Cardi.
Hey, bro, to bounce back to your question about economic opportunities for
Yeah.
artists,
Uh-huh.
I think in my experience, just continually adding to your skill set. You might not be able to make music off of streaming today, but if you can do cover art or photography or produce or engineer, you know what I mean? If you can do any
You
of
have to be
those
like
things.
a one-stop shop.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, especially
Shout out to Willis.
coming from a place that's not known for hip-hop.
Exactly. And then you can identify those that do it well and you build a relationship with them and you don't have to do it. Now you got a team. You know what I mean? Y'all can hunt together. You know what I mean? So I think that's critical. A lot of times people just focus on getting it one way and they become so bent on that one way that they can't see all of the possibilities life is presenting to them.
Yeah, I thought earlier you mentioned about how, you know, people are really quiet about, you know, what they're trying to do in regards to hip hop. And I say, you know, the elders or whatnot. I say this, you know, obviously we're just one platform. We're trying to put the, you know, the word of hip hop out there and trying to get that, you know, that conversation going again. What do you feel like people who are doing music right now who have gotten or paved their way or gotten in some kind of way or consider themselves hip hop? What do you think they should do more to you know, to get the young people going? Because what's happening is like you did. You had to figure out how to record. You had to figure out how to do all this stuff yourself.
Yeah.
What should the elder group of hip hop artists or people that did music do to influence, you know, the youth?
Yeah, so I think, first of all, I believe game is free. We don't own it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
for
We
sure.
use it. And if we try to own it, then we lose the wisdom we got from it. So
Yeah.
I feel like whether you're young or old, you need to be transferring the knowledge you got
All day
today.
long.
All
Absolutely.
day. So then that empowers somebody else to be in a position to create opportunities for themselves and others. So the more people we align ourselves with that can do that, the further we can go in any direction we choose. It's really a wolf pack. So for OGs who have game, and then it's a challenge. There is intergenerational tension. It ain't gonna always, you know, be smooth in those conversations.
Yeah, because I feel like it's like a grandfather thing going on. Like you got,
Yeah.
you can't open up for me. I've been doing hip hop in the city for 30 years. You know,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
No
Yeah.
humility at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, this industry is becoming more the wild, wild west every day. So I think humility is coming to all of us, whether we want it
sure.
or not. But no, I would challenge everybody. If you're not teaching and sharing somebody, then you're not really learning or growing. Because how can you if you're not transferring? So, so yeah, that's a challenge to everybody.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
My whole, the only reason I'm even as active as I supposedly am at this point is because of the youth. Like everybody that knows me knows that.
For sure.
I try to give as many people opportunities as I can. I try to have a open door policy. I understand how it is to be young and have a dream and not really have an outlet or feel like you have to give up on your dream to live a regular life. Feel like you have to give up on your dream just so you can go get a job to support your family. You know what I'm saying? I've been down that road, so I'm here to be a support system more than anything. Like I can't tell you, like it's a lot of people that'll let you know. Man, all the young cats that's in music out here, like open door policy. A few of them was at my crib the other day. I fed everybody, like, I know it's rough. Like, y'all don't lose your dream.
Right.
Like, life will kick you in the ass.
Right.
And then you'll wake up one day like, you know what?
I'm done.
What Pope just say? How do you make a future out of this?
Right.
If you don't have the means to do that and you don't even see the light at the end of the tunnel, you're like, man, fuck this music. Like, Man, I'm about to, they got jobs for making 18 an hour. Like that's how hard it is out here. Like a dude out here rapping, be like, man, look, man, I'll drop an album next year. I got bills to pay. I got a kid on the way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's my job as somebody that's I'm the older guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm 36, so I'm the guy that's like I've been 22 and been like, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, like. I gotta give up music if I want a family, or dang, I gotta go to work in the morning and homies want me out all night promoting, and you know what I'm saying, doing shows and stuff. Like that's a hard balance, and life gets rough. Life gets rough. That pushes you into a deep depression.
Right.
A deep, like think of music as our outlet. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was created for. Like hip hop was created as an outlet. You know what I'm saying? So when you can't practice your outlet or your outlet that brings you happiness or brings you unity with other people. Or brings unity in the community, like Pope was saying. His people follow him because he's relatable. They know they understand what he's going through. He expresses himself. So when that is what's feeding your life happiness or making you continue on, but you have all these other problems that can't be fixed without monetizing it.
For sure.
And you don't have nobody to be like, yo, you got to keep fighting, bro. Like, what do you need? How can I help you? Let's use some. Hey, I got a homeboy that does this. I got a homeboy that, you know what I'm saying, make beats. Let's hit him up so you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, people need these avenues to make sure that they can see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. I'm the old dude. I have not accomplished nowhere near as much as I should have. But at 36, I can honestly say life is pretty fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never took music as far as I wanted it to, but I also had to show them, yo, at the end of the line, this is where I'm at, and I didn't even do much. So trump what I've done and make your life a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? I want to show them, you can be present and omnipresent in your child's life and still be a musician. You know what I'm saying? That there are other opportunities out here that you can have a professional life and still be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
and
so
that's
many,
another thing
like that's
that I want to get into later.
Right
Yeah.
there. Okay. But like I'm here to show. You know what I'm saying? Like the youth that. Not only, another thing is a gap bridger, because y'all was just saying how often, you know what I'm saying, the older generation just does not fuck with the youth. Man, look, a 17-year-old come to me like, bro, I do triplet raps and hum. Is it dope?
Right.
I don't care what you do. Do you do it at an excellent level?
Right.
Who do you know how you create? Who do you study? Do you study the best that does what you do?
Right.
All right, cool. How's your personal life? Are you out here?
And even what Pope was saying in regards to is your business together.
Exactly. No,
I think a lot of people miss that. They just watch the TV. They see what's going on with the shows. They want to live the life, but they don't understand that your paperwork got to be straight before you get anywhere.
That's huge. My biggest thing too, I try to teach people relationships.
Right.
That's the key to life, man.
To me,
everything.
Like relationships is number one. Everything I've ever accomplished outside of what has happened in my career or my studio has been because I've built a solid relationship. I have solid relationships with people in 5 fucking continents. I got all the DJs out here are my homies because of what I've done. I was showing somebody the other day, I'm like, bro, do you know how I built a relationship with a lot of folks? When, like, Top Speed, shout out Top Speed, when niggas was still digging in crates and shit, like, I was the guy up there. I was the freestyle king, but I used to walk through, hey, bro, you need me to carry your crates to the whip?
Nice. Wow.
And eventually he's like, man, if you don't come to the house, you know what I'm saying? Like, now that's my family. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, build them relationships. Like, don't always build a relationship based off what you need. Come to the relationship like
authentically.
Right.
Yo,
it's real.
I respect what you do.
Yeah.
I see that you could use some assistance, or can I do this for you? Or all right, boom. It's little stuff. You know what I'm saying? If you want the DJs to recognize you and the DJs have shows, why the fuck you ain't promoting their flyers? Just repost it and be like, hey, he's killing stuff out here. That is just slowly building a relationship. They see you in the spot and you just share the flyer. Hey, good luck for that. You got a nice little following. Couple people showed up because of you. Right. Now we building, you know what I'm saying, the connection. So I'm trying to show folks that too, man. And I'm always the first person to walk up to people like, yo, I seen what you did. What's your name? Boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to actually show them what I've done wrong and how to do specific things. I ain't got the roadmap for all this shit. Because if I did, these dudes wouldn't even be sitting next to me right now. I'd just be sitting at the crib watching them on YouTube or something like that.
But we all got something to teach.
I'll let y'all when y'all get back to America. But the stuff that I do know, that's what I'm here for. So yeah, that's like bridging the gap and making sure that they see the path that can be achieved and still live life. It's the most important thing to me. Because everybody that rap has been doing it for a minute, it's rough.
For sure.
She's
For
real.
sure. What are your thoughts on that?
May you repeat the question? I was
Yes.
soaking up a shit ton
Yes.
of dang money.
We was just talking about, you know, how we can help the youth get to where they need to get to and not go through a lot of the stuff that a lot of the artists, I was an artist myself, go through coming up, because a lot of times, like he said, is you don't get, nobody's giving you that
Facts.
knowledge directly. So
Absolutely.
what can we do as artists who have been in the game for a little bit? How can we give the youth what they need to get, and how do we deliver it to them?
I'm going to do a shameless plug to go into my answer. Iceberg Slim even got a book out on how to pimp.
Okay.
It's called Conduit. That's what knowledge is.
For sure.
The basics of life, very small. Relationships, humility, the key. Those two are the key. He'll tell you, when I came in the game, nobody wanted to rock with me. Got a lot of it. No knock to these people. God bless them wherever they are today. There was a lot of subtle hate for the man when I slid in. I was very young, but I was a student of the game. I wanted that information.
Okay.
I need someone to tell me how XYZ goes. I've been in multiple predicaments with people who were very greedy and selfish, and there was a cap for them.
Okay.
We're going to use the youth in order to stay alive. We're going to take your blood to keep our vessel moving.
Right.
It's the Drake syndrome. I'm going to pop up on you and Kodak Black you to death, buddy, and I'm going to steal what you got, get back on the charts, and just keep lying. So how can we beat it? We, at this point, listen, I don't care how it goes. The game get younger every single year. Every year.
Okay.
That means as the game gets younger, the knowledge becomes more broad.
Okay.
So we need to be able to inform the youth. Listen, he don't have to roadmap. I don't, bro don't. None of us do. But there is a thing called the internet, a thing called books.
Right.
I would love for you to be able to tell you what you need or what you should look into, because I can give you as much game as I want, but at the end of the day, you have to apply that in
Action.
what matters. 10% neuron, 90% glial cell. Glial cell is actionary when it connects to the neuron, meaning that you
on that
have
neuroscience.
to.
Look at him. You better go.
That's biblical. That's biblical as
Come
well.
on.
He just went from Pope Adrian Bless to Bill Nye.
Okay, Bill Nye the Science.
Let me tell you something. Boy, I've been losing this weight, drinking this coffee.
He
I
already
think my
like,
metabolism, they don't want to see me with my frontal lobe open.
Okay,
Christ.
talk about that prefrontal cortex. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, come on now.
I want to see us. I want you to get the game. We was in Hong Kong. What'd you tell me in Hong Kong? You said something. You said, Pope, you ain't gonna do your thing until you get a successor. You need to get a successor.
Facts. Yo.
Wow, that's
Listen.
deep.
Listen.
That's humility.
And look,
That's
before you even
humility
go
right
in,
there.
I'm gonna piggyback off the facts. We're very close. You know what I mean? We're on the same wavelength a lot of times. So I've tried this before. Doesn't mean, like, one of the big things that I've learned about the elders and the youth, it takes one time to destroy a relationship.
Right.
If I give you this game or whatever, and you just somehow fuck it off in whatever case, we're done, you're not worth it, you're gone, you're out of here, you're finished. And they won't give nobody else a chance, because the person you picked is the chosen one to be this individual, and then they fail, they mess up.
Right.
You think everybody like that, we just group them all in.
Come on. Yeah.
We all need to take time to get one artist, because it takes one seed. A mustard seed is small. All I need is one artist with the potential. For me personally, I want to pass you this game, and everything I tell younger artists, I say, what I tell you, all I need for you to do is pass it on to the next person. Don't be selfish, because Indianapolis will not get far until we all have a general understanding of the basic fundamentals.
Absolutely.
Meaning, hey, you don't want to be in my position, I'm going to tell you this, but don't trick yourself out of that position either, because you want to be selfish. You want to be funny. The thing about the generation after us is it's instant gratification based. If I can't put it on SoundCloud and get 2,000, 3,000 plays within the next week, I quit. I'm done.
Yeah.
We need to do business courses deeper than rap, because this is a pipe dream. You may wake up tomorrow and say, I want to start a business, a foundation, a nonprofit.
Right.
I'm going to give you game to take into your entire life, because rap, like Diop said, this is the wild, wild west every day. The rules change, the game changes. Right now, I could Twitch.
People want money.
Twitch could be popular tomorrow.
Yep.
Twitch could be popular tomorrow.
Right.
Dale could drop a mixtape tomorrow on Twitch. Twitch blow up. Now I gotta learn how to maneuver through Twitch and tell you how to do it.
Right.
But I'd rather give you basic business game.
Right.
Because again, it's deeper than rap. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want, because everybody's appealing to things that they can apply to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I can teach you how to coupon all day because you're going to need items and you want to save money.
That shit's difficult.
Oh, I know. Hey, man, my hands be hurting.
Yeah.
I got carpal tunnel 1 week. I was like, mama, and I suffered. But I want you to have basic game. That's it. If I can pass business ethic to you, because it's all about hustling. Ace was in the cleaners for how long?
Years.
Who put Ace in? That's all it's about.
Right.
I'm giving you this game to take into your life. It ain't got to be related to drugs, rap, nothing. Just use this ethic to go. So I think it's more so about just teaching them general life lessons, period. And they can just insert it within the culture itself.
Nice.
That's good. Good stuff, man.
Thank you.
And so in regards to like, and I'm going to double back on relationship building because I think that that's important for people to understand. Not only that, so you got relationship building and then you got giving the game. You know what I'm saying? For relationship building, you got people, I'll just speak locally. You got B Swift, you got 96.3, this is wherever your local radio station is. It's important that you build a relationship with those kind of people, regardless of anything. I think people have too much pride. Like, you know, I don't want this man to know that I'm, you know, coming up to him. I ain't jocking him. It ain't even about that. You know, but a lot, what I realize is that there's a lot of people who never left the city as well. So you have to expand your horizons and go see stuff.
Yo.
When you leave the city and go see
Like Hong
places,
Kong.
it just opens up your whole mind.
Like Africa.
And you're not too proud to beg then, because it's like, man, look, what I got to do to get, you know,
Right.
because there's people out here, the next man that's trying to get it, he ain't too proud to beg.
Yes, Lord.
You know what I mean? You
And
go,
his hustle and his business
The
mind is
hustle-
better than his music, but he's still gonna go further.
Shout out
The
Nipsey
hustle-
Hustle, B.
yeah, the hustle in
greatest
big cities
hustler.
versus in small cities is drastic.
Yeah.
You know, it was people selling CDs. CDs was going out of the game, but you know, I'm on Redondo Beach walking out there. This guy's still selling CDs, and he like, listen to this. My track is number 20, but I'm gonna give you, yeah, I mean, yeah. His game was, let me give you this mixtape of stuff you know, and make sure you listen to mine at the end.
Yeah,
And he was selling. So you know, he thought of a creative
That's
way
interesting.
to still sell music, but you ain't gonna catch nobody doing that here because they too proud. Like, you know what I mean? My shit high. I'm putting 20 of my tracks on
Okay,
there.
I got a question for you real quick, not to cut you off. Okay, if you're about to hand me a CD. Okay, number one, I have not seen Frogs in a minute. I am from Crosstown. I have not seen Frogs open in a decade. So if I slide on 38th and you hand me a disc, a spherical disc, let me tell you something.
Right.
Okay, I have this thing for Ultimate Frisbee, right? You better give me a card with a scanner on it, buddy, because I want to get straight to you. I don't want to search through your 18 trash, horrendous feature friends that record their music in a KFC $5 box. I'm just not doing it. I want you. Look, one of the biggest things I know, you saying that is a beautiful thing too, because it's almost like you gotta take what you can get. I know dudes for a fact who would get on one record, and it'd be a compilation tape that the homeboy burned, that they just so happen to record.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about mixing or mastering. Oh snap, throw it on here, throw it on here. I am on track 20, and you play track 20. It's like aluminum foil getting scratched. It's like, and it's like, this is ugly. But at the same time, it goes back to what we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Being able to pass down the knowledge of what Diab was saying. Mixing, mastering, I want to learn to record, I want to do this and this and this. That's more value now than it was then, because
Right.
at that time, like you said, we are watching television tell you a vision. I'm showing you what this vision is.
Right.
You do not know the background history.
Right.
So, and I just want you to know I can rap. But dudes
Yep.
afraid of getting ciphers, or they're using the same verse in the ciphers, and they're still not that cold. That's neither here nor there. You ain't hear it from me. I'm not academics.
For sure. But to take it to a whole new business level, and this is just business in general, because I write policies and procedures. I see stuff on paper. People literally navigate and move on paper in the corporate world, in any world that has to do with money. If you ain't got no paperwork, nothing signed, you ain't got your name etched nowhere, you already failed the game.
Facts.
Because that's how this country moves. That's how money moves. You know what I mean? Somebody can work up a business deal with you, and if you ain't signed on it, but y'all been rocking all the way up until from little kids all the way up into, but that when they start grabbing people and saying, well, you know, who's who, your friend ain't going. He never thought once to get his name published, get with BMI or ASCAP or put anything on paper that would solidify himself in the game.
Yeah.
So guess what? Now you're 5 steps back because a record label's not gonna mess with you unless you're extremely talented. But they're gonna take the guy who's ready. You know, we'll get you later.
Now, yeah, you definitely have to understand the business. You have to be registered with a performing rights organization and have all of that. And then also, you know, if you have professionals at your arm's reach out to them, have them review contracts, lawyers, and all that. And I think it's important to understand that, but I think it's also important to we should know that, we should understand that, but we should also be able to challenge that, because what bothers me a lot of times is I don't like having to think about, I have relationships with people, and if we don't have a piece of paper with our name signed on it, then the relationship's not authentic, or I gotta watch you. And that's the reality we live in.
Yeah, so anybody respectful in business will know. Yeah. If somebody ain't willing to get on paper, you might not want to mess with them.
You might want to mess with them. So sign that, have that right, but always be trying to judge, who is this person? You know what I mean? What would the scenario be if we didn't have paperwork to have you act right?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because then that's going to also dictate how I continue to interact with you going forward. So yeah.
Yeah. That's good stuff.
Yeah, great points, man.
Well, I guess we can talk about Hong Kong now.
Oh, you was waiting on this,
I was waiting on it. Talk
tell us about Hong Kong.
In Africa. I mean, it just because I'm listening to
y'all. Start from the beginning, because you ain't just gonna wake up in the morning and be like, you know what, I'm going to Africa today. But so tell us how this evolved.
I'm listening.
Or maybe you did.
That's Philadelphia, born and raised. The playground is where I spend most of my day.
Y'all wasn't gonna let me listen to myself.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ebony. Go ahead.
Dang.
Go ahead, sis.
Yeah, because the last show, one of my coworkers was like, yeah, I ain't really hear you talk much. And I was like, ooh, that was the wrong show then. So now I gotta now I'm not myself. You know, she was like, it seemed like it was a dominant, like it was pretty dominant. You didn't get to get a word in. I was like, that's the wrong show. So now I'm like, now I'm being hard. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to assert myself.
We need it.
I'm taking shots.
Yeah, definitely taking shots.
I'm not taking shots. Anyway. So anyway. Yeah, so y'all worldwide, and I was gonna what I was thinking about when y'all were talking about, I understand the money and the business and everything else, but I'm also thinking about y'all's experiences too. Anyway, y'all's experiences and the stuff which, to me, I know at the end of the day you gotta put food on the table, gotta pay your bills, but y'all's experiences though, like a lot of people, I would imagine, haven't had those. You know, doing what y'all done. Okay. So. Now we can talk about.
Got your tidbit in.
I got it in there now. I feel good. I feel good about myself.
I'm gonna give away some game. I've given this to a few people that just haven't used it.
I love how you shook your jewelry hand too before you said it. I know your wrist is in pain, ain't it?
That's old school right there.
So, 2017. Like I'm an avid traveler. So I'm always like planning where I want to go.
Okay.
So Hong Kong had been #1 on my list for a few years because Hong Kong has the dopest skyline in the world. So I'm like, I'm gonna get to Hong Kong. Like Pope seen that shit. It's fucking crazy. So I'm like, I'm getting to Hong Kong. Right. So I'm looking at flights. Found a crazy deal. I'm like really good at finding flights. So I found a crazy deal, and I booked my flight. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going. And I was like, I wonder what hip hop is like in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Right. So I started like looking up. Found a little stuff. It's not that live out there, but I just started doing research. So then I was like, well, if I really want to get, you know what I'm saying, down in the trenches of hip hop, like I don't need to look on like Google and shit like that. I need to join some Facebook groups. So Hip Hop Hong Kong Facebook groups, joined a bunch of them. Then after a while, I was like, let me post some shit in here. So I posted some performance stuff, a video, all kind of like some freestyle. And was like, hey, yo, I'll be in Hong Kong on these dates. Let me know if y'all have any events. I want to attend. I wake up the next day, and my inbox is on fire with people from Hong Kong. Yeah. And I was like, what the hell? So that day, I woke up, and I got booked for 3 shows.
Dope.
On the same day. Like the way people carry themselves, being a businessman.
Yeah.
Something didn't seem right with the hip-hop shit.
Yeah.
The poetry dude, it seemed like it was crazy the way they were like talking and handling everything. Right, so I was like, I'm gonna take a chance and say I'm gonna do this one and not do the other two. So
Right.
I get there. The day I got there, they was ready for me. They pulled up on me, took me out to drink and stuff. I'm like, no, this is crazy.
For a poetry event.
Like, no, and it was a poetry event, but they was
Wow.
like featuring the MC from Indianapolis.
for sure.
They even found another rapper from Hong Kong to open up for me.
Wow.
Right, so I did the show. Like, the shit was crazy. It was so crazy because at that show, since it was a poetry event, it was packed and the crowd was not moving throughout the whole set. But then after I was done, everybody's blown away, like asking me to sign shit. I'm like, bro, I gotta work in a week and a half. Like, I'm like, don't. And it's like, no, this is the greatest thing we've ever seen here. In the meantime, I built the relationship with everybody I met there.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I built a relationship with the dude who ran up the poetry spot, the dude who owned the building, a producer, his wife, like everybody. And I kept in touch with everybody I met. Like, all of them, my Facebook friends, we hit each other up.
Yeah.
They just had a tsunami out there, and I inboxed everybody like, yo, y'all straight. You know what I'm saying? So I built this relationship, and that show just went so well that in December, out of nowhere, the dude who actually ran the poetry event inboxed me like, yo, and the song that I had on the radio over there was me and Pope's song.
Right.
So he hit me up like, I'm gonna throw my first hip hop event. I'm flying you over here.
Nice.
Like, what the fuck is you talking about? And he was like, and bring somebody. Of course, it's gonna be Pope because he's the one.
For sure.
So I'm like, yo, we're ready. And like, he was like, I'm just starting to build on it, and everything like came to fruition. Like, Pope got the passport. I'm like, bro, we about to go. Listen, like, and all from a relationship. Like, I took myself over there and got blessed.
Yeah.
Like, the universe is just, man, the law of attraction works so well for me. You know what I'm saying? But on the same note, like, the whole reason for me doing that was for the youth to see that this shit is possible. I'm the old nigga in this shit. Like, and I'm still, like, I'm not dropping music like that. I just like performing. So I perform all over, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, I want them to see that, but also make sure the opportunities are there for other people too. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm a single father. I ain't really, music is my life, but man, there's other things that are my focus. But I'm looking at my guys like, yo, y'all, it's y'all now. It's y'all now, you know what I'm saying? So, like, and then, man, like, I can't even, man, watching Pope perform, listen, over there, like, the energy, like, up there like a god, man.
Oh, Lord, no.
Like everything about that whole...
up there like Debbie Diabetes, okay? My boo was just hitting the chart, man. It was hot.
Yo,
it was flame.
It was that was I performed, I believe I'm up to 900 shows right now. And
wow.
That's easily number one.
Yeah, we got to do our show count, bro. We've been rocking out for so long,
count,
bro.
man.
I'm the old guy, but y'all up there though. Geez.
We in the triple digits. My head hurts even counting to 20.
Like me and Sonny Thought, Sonny Paradise, shout out my bro. Like 07.
Yeah, Sonny. Shout out to Sonny.
Yeah, like 07, 08, 09. I can call him right now. What you want? Hey, I wrote Dolo from State to no, me and Sonny did like in 2007, 8, and 9, we probably did 400-500 them years. Like in literally, like 07, I remember. Like 07, it was 3 nights a week. Every spot in the city, like Red One jumping on stage with us at Spin Nightclub or the patio, before, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Like packing out that joint, like first getting my name with the Mud Kids and Rusty being like, you next up, and I'm like, yo, the OG, just
shout
like,
out to Rusty.
and basically that's my brother, not ATFU to the death, you know what I'm saying? Like, so,
2014 for us.
like, and that's the thing, like watching that happen, it is so crazy though, because like, as I was becoming the older cat and the shit, everybody was coming to me like, all the young gunners was coming to me like, yo, this cat Pope. I'm like, okay, let's really, man, the night I met this dude, I'll never forget that. This dude literally took everybody outside and freestyle about every, like, real life freestyle for like 45 minutes. And people tried to jump in.
We got here one now.
And he just like God loaded everybody.
Yes.
So you gotta understand this too. I don't know if Pope like freestyles anymore. Because this is the thing, I'm gonna tell you this. He can, but here's the thing. I know as you become seasoned in the game, things become chores. I'm not gonna lie to you. Somebody met me the other day. It's funny. My boy Sabeko was at the hookah bar with me, and this girl was like, "Oh, he's a rapper."
Shout out to Sabeko.
Sabeko, that's my brother.
Yes,
so this girl was there, and she was like, "Oh, he raps," so she gonna sit next to me and say freestyle, and I was like, And then he was like, do not ask him that. Do you know who you talking to? I'm like, bro, I'm regular. Don't do this. I got to work tomorrow. I'm regular as hell. And he's like, no, you don't ask somebody like that to freestyle. Like, do you know what he's done? He just performed in Hong Kong. She was like, no, he didn't. Freestyle. And I was like, can I enjoy my 50-cent wings and my hookah?
Okay.
I did not come here to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? But at the same note, it's a chore now. I'm not sitting here like on that mind level.
As the OG, you ain't really.
And it's not even no prideful or I'm better than it. It's like I'm trying to chill and relax. You know what I'm saying? I got bars for days. Like, listen, we ain't never gonna stunt on that. But I'm like, man, I'm thinking about what I gotta do when I get home and what time my son gotta wake up in the morning. I'm not trying to freestyle for random people.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, is when it's time to show and prove, of course it's there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, like
And Nas went with you guys to the Hong Kong.
yes, she
Nas
did.
Khalid?
So it's so
Shout out to
crazy.
Nas.
She the queen. She came here because we did that community event we always do, Open Bite, and I'm basically like a partial director of that event, and she is the director of the music portion. So I showed up, and she was like, "Nah, I ain't no partial director. Put on your damn shirt, and we figured this stuff out." So during the course of the day, I'm like, "Yo, Queen, the next thing I'm doing is on Hong Kong." She was like, I was like, "Hey, don't play." Listen, did I not, Pope? I told all the young dudes, if you get your flight, I'll make sure you have a place to stay and a performance slot.
Yeah.
And nobody came.
Hey, I put that on my kneecap, B, and I cherish my legs.
Nobody came. But at the end of the day, everything happened for a reason.
Young
All the
people
tracks
got the
were
most
right.
advantage to go anywhere.
I'm just trying to. Man, look.
No kids, no nothing.
Thank
just
you.
go.
If God or the universe gives me the opportunity to open up opportunities for other people and they don't take them, that's not my fault.
Right.
And that's not to shade anybody, because these dudes out here living real life. So I understand. I had a couple homies like, bro, I can't afford a passport right now. Bro,
Right.
I ain't got a babysitter. Cool. And not all of y'all. I'm like, some of y'all live with your moms. No, this, but you
No
can
responsibility.
You can figure it out. Figure
Right.
something out. Go get a
Something's
second
scary,
job, because
too.
this opportunity.
Because it's responsibility.
It's a once in a lifetime joint, like, bro, like no,
It's crazy that you don't realize how much freedom you had and less responsibility before you get kids. When you get kids, it just changes everything.
It's a whole different world.
Like, damn, well, when I ain't had no kids, I could have been
And then you gotta think about how
Taiwan.
actually that's where we went after.
Ah,
We
dope.
went to Hong Kong and Taiwan. So but yeah, like even the whole concept of being over there. Do you understand how pure we are to them? Like if you like hip
Absolutely.
hop and rap in a place like Hong Kong where it don't come from, and everything is not to diss anybody over there, because I got homies over there that rap and make beats and stuff, but it's imported. When we get there, this shit is American. Like these is black dudes from the hood, like for real. Like
I'm
so
sure
when we get there, we're top tier automatic.
I'm sure y'all know Pariah.
Say automatic.
Y'all know
Pariah.
Pariah.
I
That's my
love
brother.
him.
That's
That's
my
my
guy.
brother.
Absolutely.
This dude, I literally, when I met him 12 years ago, and he told me, like, man, I just got from overseas. I just be like, man, this dude can't possibly keep coming from overseas. And he showed me his rap sheet. I'm like, oh my goodness, this dude is like Jay-Z over there.
Absolutely.
Like for real, like he gets,
real talk.
and
He's
people
been
don't even
telling
know
me
him. Like in the States, you don't even
they
know,
don't.
but overseas, he's like mega.
And that goes back to what you were saying earlier when you were saying get out of here. You so
Right.
focused on trying to get
Absolutely.
on the radio and
Right,
shit out
right.
here. Listen, like me and Pope get played on the radio in Hong Kong right now.
Absolutely.
Like I literally have
believe
walked
it.
down the street and they see the Broke Street Billionaire
Yep.
shirt or whatever and be like, oh, you
Yeah.
think like, and I'll be like, I gotta work Monday. I'm regular. Like that's always my answer for everything. Like the universe and the Lord bless me with phenomenal talent.
Yeah.
I still gotta do regular shit.
Right. Yeah.
I still go
Right.
to the bathroom the same way that y'all do. I still got bills to pay. But yeah, like the opportunities and the reach is there. Like, man, this generation don't. Like the way Pope was saying, like to monetize things and make a future out of it. Like he was saying, read book. Man, there's so much information out there.
Absolutely.
You can monetize
For free.
You can monetize Instagram
free.
now.
Boy,
Why
look.
not? And then there's like a lot of the cats that you know what I'm saying are making music and don't have as much responsibility, and that's not to take away from anybody's level of responsibility by any means, but it's like, man, if you don't take that extra few minutes and just read an article or something that's gonna teach you how to invest in yourself or something, or at least get a manager, get somebody on your team, because the learning how to do so much shit is great, but the one of the things that I believe in is the mastermind theory. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, you can borrow other people's thoughts, ideals, their finances, their connections, whatever. But the whole point of the mastermind theory is, hey, if you're not bringing something equal to the table, you don't deserve to borrow their other shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
At the end of the day. But like folks don't even pay attention. That shit is from Napoleon Hill.
Right.
Which is the 17 laws or whatever, and the law of attraction and stuff like that. Like that shit is an introduction to a Rick Ross album called Mastermind.
For
Like,
sure.
nobody knew that was Napoleon Hill. Like that's important. So it's like, bro, like get you man
that's what
facts.
it is.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like so like it's like man, if I'm sitting here, I should make sure that I'm sharp around the edge. Okay, I need to know how to rap. I need to know how to make hooks. I need to know how to engineer. But all right, my plate kind of full. Let me make sure Pope know how to do a different cadence than me.
Murder.
And he know how to do designs.
Murder.
And he know how to get flight deals so we can travel and perform.
Murder.
It's information out here. And I just said Popes needs to ad-lib me in my head, and he's doing it right now. That's
Murder.
we on that level. I'm talking too much. What's that?
Cheeseburger.
Another thing that I wanted, Ebony, did you have something?
No.
You know, I want to make sure
being
you
funny.
continue.
Before we
I told you I feel
Wanna make
good
sure
about
we-
myself now.
Yes.
I got it in.
You got some
I
more?
got it in,
Give us some
man.
more.
Fee-Ray's not answering any more questions.
Well, I want to
unless
hear.
you ask them.
What'd you say, Free Ray?
I said I'm not answering any more questions unless you ask them.
Unless see
We
that
need
would
more. We need more airtime.
do more feminine airtime,
Absolutely.
more
Ebony.
estrogen.
Sprinkle your awesomeness
Sprinkle-
across
Yes,
the board,
that's what I'm about to
Ed.
do.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta balance in the hold on. We should have a woman rapper next time.
Well, actually, this is part one,
she is
so we're
one.
gonna have a part two.
I knew it.
Kick the freestyle.
She
Hold
is
on, man.
one.
Let me get the. Hey, you
I'm sorry, I'm regular. I gotta go to work on that.
We got the wood as hell. Look at the pencil.
I'm regular.
Hold up
I'm
now.
sorry.
Don't be.
Yeah, I know Ebony got a tattoo, and she used to be part of the game.
Yeah, but-
Check
Hashtag
her
hard.
Facebook page out, man.
Ebony
She
has
videos,
I will
for
say
rapping.
this: that I did
Yeah.
have a top-rated.
Hashtag
Uh-oh.
bars.
Operated.
Oh,
What do you call it?
Oh, God.
those- you know, you do those challenges. Remember the Monica challenge? This is
Yeah.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's the one that she
It
did.
had like 1,000 views on it.
Abs.
That's a nice hit. That's a nice
You
hit.
saw it?
No, I'm saying
Oh,
1,000 views.
Damn.
So hold on.
Yeah, I thought you saw it.
I'm sure it was fire though.
You trying to get some
Can
cosigns,
we
Ebony?
Right.
Can we bring Facebook right there? Can we bring that up?
It's on
man.
YouTube.
Yeah. Oh,
It's on YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I ain't gonna do that right now. Don't
Wait,
worry.
wait.
I'm
You can
interested.
pull up.
I was waiting on the
Pull
phone.
up
Bottom to drop.
vocab.
Or Facebook?
Hold on,
Is it
we
on
on
YouTube?
YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Throw on stage. Hold on.
It's vocab I speak because that was my poetry name.
I remember those days, Abs.
Wait. Vocab what?
Bars.
I know, right? That's my poet name.
Uh,
I done changed my name like 5 times. I can't make nothing to
Don't
stick.
feel bad.
I can't get a
Oh,
Pope
wow.
Adrian Bless or Diop or Free.
I was
None
gonna
that's
change
like,
my name too,
My name
man.
ain't even Fee-Ray originally. Like this is my
Really?
2010 and after. Man.
Fire.
That's your 2000.
I got my producer name from
Fire.
What was your y'all's original name?
Oh,
What was your
God.
first name when you first came out?
When I saw
Oh,
it, I was
God.
like,
What was your
oh,
first
bro,
name?
Yeah, bro, you get cut.
Are you
Oh,
Oh my God!
God.
we found her, Jesus.
hold on. I'm about to put it up on here so the viewers can hear.
Oh, we got
She really got the cadence though.
yeah.
But you know what's so
She
funny?
was-
I wrote that probably like 18 years ago,
You
and I
just
was
got-
like,
you just had
Yo.
it posted.
And yo, she was like,
I think I just.
Yes, that's real hip hop.
it was slick when she
Shake them boys
rolling
up,
it.
B. Shake them up, B.
Okay, go to her page. Even though.
Hold on, take
So why they
the
doing that, Pope? What
take the
was
B out.
Yeah.
take the B? Oh, so Pope, what was your first
Enter.
rap name?
My period.
Yeah, what was the very first rap
First
name you
one,
had?
40
Oh,
grand.
There we go. Okay.
And what was yours, F-Ray?
My first rap name was Firearms.
Firearms.
Facts.
Okay.
Man, how was
Then we're
that?
gonna get to Paul.
I can explain all that. It's a story behind
And
everything.
then what was yours, D? Was it always D?
Uh-oh.
No, it was Young Scholar.
Young
Hey.
Scholar. That was back when he was on his X-Clan
Oh, God. I love it.
conscious. Well, he
Shout out
always
to
been
Brother
conscious,
Jay,
but
one of the most underrated MCs ever.
You about to hear Ebony,
I actually
aka
That is
vocab.
the words,
I was
words,
like 3
phrases
years
to
old,
paragraphs. He math is Jay begins class. That shit
didn't he pass
That-
away? He passed away.
is hot.
I thought one
touch my
passed
I
away.
just want to know, hey yo, hold on before anybody
What's
goes
the name,
further. Look to the right of the video. There's a
What?
video called "I Hate Minions So Much" with this girl looking like, that shit fucking
Like she's about
hilarious,
to
man.
cry.
Look at her face. I need to screenshot her face and like use that as a meme.
She
With
got
my
8.
ex-technique.
Why would you bring that up?
Look at her face, man. Like she really
I
hates
hate
me.
My chest hurts.
That is so authentic.
She got
don't it?
8.6 million views
Right.
on that Joker too.
Because her face the size of a
Exactly.
refrigerator.
That's crazy.
Hey man, let's play this man. real quick.
Okay, so this is EB, our very own Gray Area co-host, aka Vocab. I speak. Wait. I speak. You gotta do the I thing. I speak.
I know.
I'm changing my name.
Okay.
She spits.
You know you gotta
Hot
let me.
fire. I can't believe you just did that. My name is
She
officially
spits hot fire.
changed.
I can't.
So explain to
I
the viewers
see.
what they're about to hear.
Okay, so-
EB.
So like I said, I wrote this. I wrote this. I can't remember how long ago.
Oh.
But okay, there's a backstory, and I'm gonna make it real quick. So I used to rap when I was a teenager, right? And I was real hot and real fire, and then I choked one time on stage because I had a terrible stage fright. So I stopped rapping when I was 17. I tried to come back when I was like 30.
So you
Right.
was like rabbit.
Midlife crisis.
Oh God.
Kinda. So then I came back, but I was like, I gotta be positive. I don't want to cuss. I don't want to do none of that stuff. I gotta have a message.
Mom spaghetti.
So
But on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop.
Drop bombs. What he went on.
Ebony, I support you in all of your rap dreams, man.
thank you. So the first verse was about it was actually supposed to be just whole rap to children, right? And I love how y'all like catering to my female side and stuff right now.
Oh my
I'm usually
God,
not
man.
this
What's all
sweet
this
and
sexy
needed.
stuff,
I
man?
know. I mean, I'm just
What's
saying.
sexy?
I like how I'm getting all this attention. It's like cool, but it's
I mean,
not
you
my
must have had a
show.
conversation, man, with someone said, look
No,
here.
I'm here for it. You said that at the beginning.
No, like usually I'm the more dominant. I mean, seriously though, I do talk too much, like talk a lot. So for her to say that, I was like, It's like that
Caught
was
you on
different.
one that you
It has
didn't
to
I
talk
said
be
about.
I must have been sleepy that day.
Okay, here's
So-
Why
So
people
anyway,
worried
so I'm
about
really
who's
being
talking
funny.
and
I don't
who ain't
really
talking?
care about the talking.
See, that's that
See,
lack of humility, man, and that ego shit.
You gotta be
So
a part of
anyway,
something.
I don't know what he talking about. Cause
Nah,
like
I'm
I
talking
said,
about
I'm just
She gotta-
I'm just
hey,
being silly
well,
right
no,
now.
not
I don't know
you,
where
I'm
the
saying
cameras
people.
are, but y'all gotta start the show from now with her spinning the camera like Tupac. Then
Yeah.
Like that.
Go in. Leaning.
Get her
I know,
a Red
right?
Wings
And then they
jersey.
were like,
I
there she
need
go.
to put my bulletproof vest on.
Exactly. There you go.
Got it.
This is-
Got it in the bandana.
I
Got
thought East Coast West Coast beef was over.
it. Yeah, you know
Putting
what I'm
Ebony in the line of that SUV fire.
Oh,
Here we go. This is EB spitting hot
I
fire.
love this introduction.
Vocab I speak
Nice job.
right here.
Oh, I can't stand it.
Yeah, turn it up.
I'm changing my name.
Bars.
Okay.
How she leaning to the left. She
Oh,
like
God, God.
how she leaning though. She like.
okay.
Ooh,
Oh, wait a minute, Ebony.
Ooh, young breakfast.
Okay.
Oh, we got another verse. We got another verse. Oh,
Okay.
I snapped. Young breakfast with the nutritious flow.
Okay.
God, granola.
Call her young cornflake in the building.
Come on,
I
cuz.
speak.
I speak. Oh my God.
You know
I
Trish
can't
coming
stand
back with the
you.
shapes.
I don't think I'm not-
2,000 stacks. I have the money.
Hold on now. No, then this is the scary part. You wrote this how long ago?
It was like 10 years ago.
Girl, goodbye. You sharp
How
today.
is that still like
Man.
relevant?
Bro,
The cadence still is. It's just sharp. Like it's not dated
that's
either.
live,
That shit
bro.
fire.
But you know,
That
when I
verbal
try to
intercourse
come
verse.
back and I stop again,
I just want y'all to
somebody
know.
said I sounded too old school.
Bro, that
I'm
verbal
not gonna
intercourse
roast that.
verse.
Go on.
Somebody
25
said you
years
sound too old
I mean,
school.
that verse is
That
25
means they
years
wanted you
old,
to come
bro.
on home and
That's
listen.
nuts. And that's one of the greatest verses of all time.
Still my top 5 verse.
Bro, that verse is crazy. Like, man, as dope as Ray and Ghost are, when I hear that verse, man, I cut the song off, man.
Yo, Nas came out here and paid your phone, light, and water bill and left the crib.
Bro, that's crazy. Bro, man, listen, that verse is 25 years old, man.
Bro, I'm 27. I was out here tap dancing as a fetus to that verse,
That's
Jesus.
crazy.
Put the try right.
Do we need to listen to verse 2?
Lights, cameras, and action. Glimmer.
I mean,
glitter,
Should we,
gold.
should we even do it?
Please,
You know?
please play verse 2.
I just want to let y'all know, after hitting her verse, I cannot rap the rest of the
No.
Man, y'all have to.
Y'all
Okay.
blowing smoke.
Cool.
Dude, you can't
Stop.
hear
Oh God, good.
So hold on. I don't know y'all, like, if y'all know how deep I am on the production side of stuff. Tonight I'm a producer.
Okay.
Oh, AKA, I'm gonna get my tap water
You
instead of my
gotta
coffee.
play a beat then.
Check my SoundCloud. Dear God dropped 2 weeks ago.
It did drop.
Okay.
I made a chill hop album. I make every type of music. So.
Nice.
Freaking lo-fi producers get all bougie and smooth at the same time. You gotta hit the plug back here.
I see you definitely.
If you don't already use it
No,
already.
no, my
Yeah.
homeboys use it. And they just try to put me up on it.
Yeah.
Like the. I can't describe it. I actually like Fruity Loops 4 from 2003. I've made 99%.
Man, I used to
and I have
love
23
Fruity
other
Loops.
beats, and
Man, I
I've
ain't
made
heard Fruity Loops in a long time.
2,100 of them on Fruity Loops 4.
Wow.
What are they on now? Like 20?
No, they actually are.
For real?
Facts.
Man, I remember when I
It's
had
skipped,
like
though. It went
Fruity
from
Loops 2.
14 to 20, I think.
Shout out to Shadowcat because Shadowcat.
Cat. Nice, sons.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
representation in the
Shadowcat bought
building,
me
big
my
son.
first. He bought us the Fruity. Was it Fruity Loops 3?
Yeah.
We was doing our thing back in the
yeah,
day.
I'm Fruity Loops 4. So,
Yeah.
but I use 9 now too. So I kind of mix the 2. 4 has this thing where you have to manually chop all your shit in another program and then dump it in as a wave only, and it's just my
Yeah, that's the way you do it.
status with that shit.
Like
But
the, like the
fuck the plugins and all that other shit. Hey,
like that SP1200. So you basically the SP1200.
Facts.
I mean, you ain't leaving that alone.
I'm not.
Gotcha.
I
Hey.
can't. Absolutely.
Okay.
It's like y'all speaking
It
Spanish.
works.
Okay, EB.
Hey, but it ain't just you. It's all about lingo.
I know. I'm like, yeah.
I'm sitting here like, where's the rest of this? Murder.
Look. I noticed that. I noticed that on the vocab, the C is capitalized.
Now I want a cheeseburger. Because I'm around
Oh,
my
yeah.
Is there
I
a
don't
method
know.
to the
No, just
No?
just
vocab? I speak. Let's go. Verse 2.
I hate you.
Let's get it. Verse
I
2.
hate
Let's
you.
go.
Bars. Yo.
So far,
I see
ready to
Lena
go.
though, man. She like.
I love this.
Oh.
Twisted.
Okay.
Blowing smoke.
Oh.
Yo. Yo.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey, can I just make this clear? Can I make this clear right now? Ebony, no, Ebony, don't you dare. Don't you dare. You stay right there. Listen, you don't you dare move, ma'am. Vocab, I speak. Just 30
No.
murder mook. She just 30 murder mook. We're done. RBE, what up? RB, what up? RB, what up?
Hold up.
Y'all are silly. Oh
I
my
could,
God.
you
y'all
want a
are
body?
silly.
I could loan that like cologne smells scent much. Yeah, whoa.
She did this.
I'm about to go coupon right now for some better bars. Thank you, Eps.
Y'all are blowing so much smoke.
Girl,
It's not
goodbye.
even
I have
funny.
cancer. I got no time for this madness, but go on, man.
Y'all are
Bars.
too funny.
Murder.
That was only like 3 years ago, Ed.
Yeah, but I did it
2 years
3 years ago, but I wrote it like
years.
10.
10 years ago.
Yeah, let's see, I'm 39.
I'm not
10
rapping.
years
She
ago.
came out with the J Electronica verse. Boy,
Funny. Y'all funny.
boy, where's y'all
Is
sitting
this album
bang?
ever gonna drop, man? No.
Hey, listen. It can't drop.
For you.
It can't drop. It can't drop because I ain't wrote it all the way yet. So how's it going to drop? And I have not finished yet. Jay Elect, come see me. Y'all gotta see me. You have to see me. Get your favorites
Speaking
out
of
here.
Jay Elect, that brother right there is the Jay Elect trying to go beats. Yeah, he has a whole platinum edition
even
that
heard
you
his
will
catalog.
never hear in your life because he won't freaking put it out.
Well, come on then.
I mean,
bro.
nice.
Catalog.
Nice.
Hold on now.
Suge Knight got
When
your
I walked
catalog
in,
like
he had a
that.
record.
Hey,
Nice.
listen now.
Nice.
I'm all about the beat. Listen, yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's my.
I call him
I mean,
J.
it depends on the day.
Dilla.
Right now, like I'm in producer
I
mindset
said
right
that.
now.
I got
Yeah.
tears in my eyes.
Hey man, this has been phenomenal. What? Oh yeah, hey,
I'm
Right.
telling you,
Before-
that's J Dilla and J Electronica all rolled in one right there.
Yeah.
That-
Do we
I
got
appreciate the high praise. man.
does anybody
But I
want to
got a
spit
long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
some bars?
You said what?
I just want to give you an opportunity to spit some bars. Y'all want to
If
spit
the-
some
if
bars?
Yo, you know your album coming out, bruh.
Yeah, I'm
Still
down.
shining.
If they spitting, I'm spitting.
Yeah, just put a beat on.
Okay.
We got 2 out of 3 at least. We got 2 out of 3 at least.
Okay.
Spitting, I'm
All
spitting.
right. We gonna let EB. We gonna let EB pick the beat.
Oh, I
EB,
thought
what
you
beat do we want him to spit?
What y'all playing earlier?
That was the.
What y'all gonna throw some
You
G-Dub
want
on?
to spit to the gray
Special
area?
delivery.
It ain't long enough.
What?
It
You
was the
talking
same
about
beat
what
that
Pat was
Nas-
playing?
Oh, you talking about the one you was playing?
Yeah, Nas and
I don't wish we
Q.
could do that. Honestly.
Just
you
a
want
moment.
You know me. I want the.
All right, what? Yeah,
He wants G-Dub special delivery. That's what he
He
wants.
wants something. He wants something.
He wants
It's like,
Grammy family.
fam,
from
listen.
Kanye. That's what bro wants.
Listen. It's like hot
Free G-Dub.
97.
Free G-Dub.
Hot 97.
It's like hot 97. You remember we gotta get the bomb drop and all that shit. This
But
is.
you
Thank
got one
you.
of those flows.
Y'all gonna have me pull it.
Hey.
Listen, y'all gonna have me pull it.
But you that flow is crazy though.
What's the beat? What's the beat?
Let's see. Instrumental.
Yeah.
Are we gonna pull it up on YouTube?
Yeah.
What she gonna give us, man? It better not be no triplet rap, because then I gotta change the cadence.
Hey, you should make it a Jill Scott record. Make him rap on
Actually-
Jill Scott.
Ooh, yeah.
Actually, we're gonna do a Keith Sweat instrumental.
That's right. It's up your alley,
We're
brother.
gonna do a Keith Sweat instrumental.
Make it last forever.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make it last.
Earl about
Is that too slow?
Fever
Is that
about to
too
kick
slow?
up with the
I don't know if I
fragrances.
got enough balance.
I'm not
I like
rapping.
the
It's
balance,
too much
you know?
I know.
I'm
And I'm gonna do
cool.
everything
In the
gonna be
back.
off the top, so I'm gonna be feeding off.
I think you can ride. I think you can still
Who was
ride
talking
the
about
beat on the
slavery
key, on the
earlier? I
slow
overheard you
Keith
talking
Sweat
about like
cutting.
souls in the ocean or something like that.
You know what? That Keith Sweat is
That's a
slow,
hard
but
thing
you
for
can
album.
really ride
Yeah.
that beat though.
Yeah, I was talking about that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Lupe's album. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me
I've been thinking
let me
that.
get
I
that
was
together.
digging, bro, and found
Put that Hasi Selassie beat on.
Yeah, I know. I've been down. Like,
I know. I don't know
Come
what
on,
that is,
now.
bro. I just brought it in here, man. Like I was
Actual
digging.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
Listen, I was digging, man, and just found that, man. I was like, yo, man, what is that?
No slider, no
Hey,
this
look,
album.
bro. 25 cents.
25 cents.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
You ordered on the line?
No, just digging. I mean, when you dig,
You digging the crates, boy. It's all over the
You use
world.
machine.
Where do you go to dig through
Yeah.
crates though?
I like
flea
Ableton.
markets and like thrift stores.
yeah, able to. You know what? Like, I have no
okay.
clue how to
Wheels
use
and
this,
stuff like
bro.
that. Yeah,
At all. Well, it's
It works with Ableton.
yeah,
Gotcha.
but like
That's
it's
the
kind
name of
of
Ableton.
like that. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's the But I have no clue how to work that yet. I'm saying, and still figuring that out more and more. But
I wish I was a producer.
I wish.
I just started in April.
That's probably one of the. I
It's
think
fun,
that's one of the
man.
most
Oh,
frustrating
yes.
things when you're an artist is when you know,
is
like
life.
when I used to write, I had a beat in my head, and I would get frustrated if somebody couldn't duplicate it,
Getting that unsamplable sample.
and I would, and then yeah, you know what I'm saying, and then I'm like, dang, I can't produce.
And
I'm
then you
like
can't
in a
even
pigeonhole.
convey what you hear.
Right, and then.
Yeah.
You find yourself, yeah, I'll go with that. I'll pick that, and then
Yeah.
you be like, yeah, that's tight. And then you listen to it when you get home. You're like, man, that's trash. I don't want to use that.
nah, man, ain't nothing trash.
Oh wow, we
No
really
trash,
go.
man.
Man, are you gentlemen? Are you light skinned men ready for this Keith Sweezy?
What is this, man? We really
Kev
don't-
Sweats?
I can't. I don't know.
You know, I really just got like more and more.
But when
into
you
it.
think about it, it's
But
a
I had
slow
some
song,
secrets,
but
too.
you can really ride this
You can do
beat.
it. You can
You can really
look at
ride
me.
this
I ain't
shit.
about to do it, but y'all can.
Let's
Get
see.
it.
Let's see.
Get your hottest Drake flow
Look at
ready.
D.I. He's like, let
Get
me
your hottest Drake flow ready. Let's do it.
Hold on.
I'm the dark skinned prince.
No, that ain't it.
Let's go.
That ain't it. Is that it?
Yeah, let's make it last forever.
It is. Oh, look at that.
No, that's not it.
That
Oh,
ain't
but
it.
that's pretty
That's
stellar.
That's the
listen,
R&B
hold on a
swing
second. Go
version.
to
R&B swing version.
go to Nas and Mariah Carey's version of "Make It Last."
Is there,
Like, it has more
is there
kids.
instrumental?
Play.
Is there instrumental?
Yeah,
There it is right
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Ray.
It has
Dang,
more.
you missed it.
That one has more of a kit to it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Let's see.
Now that should work. That has more of it.
Okay. I didn't know they had a you know, every day.
Boy, Funk Flex about to be shitty, boy.
Yo, we in the building, the gray area, man. We got E.
I can't freestyle for nothing.
Go ahead. We're going. There we go.
Who got it?
Dabs.
Drop.
Who going? I'm flowing, I'm making it happen with rapping regardless. I'm heartless with it. I just go and get it. Authentic with the penmanship. Gotta get a grip of cash. Make it fast, make it last forever. Flex forever is the brand. I make it happen. A one-man band. We still snapping till we stacking bands. How you feeling? I'm feeling like I'm the man. Make it back 100 grand. God damn. I'm moving, I'm growing, I'm doing what I need to. You see me, I see 2 times 2. That means 4 on the 4. Throw it up, let them know. 10-4, roll it back, let's go. Blowing up like C4. Detonate, they hate, cause I'm a great. Sidestep, Euro. Whatever. However, whenever I'm clever, I'm better than ever. That's forever. Yeah.
I love the out, my brother.
All right, now.
Okay.
Come on through, ASAP the Cleaners.
Fine.
I'm requesting a different beat if I'm gonna rap.
Oh no. If you're
We
about
can do another. We can do another
If
beat.
you're about to pull out your genie lamp and make your wish, hello Christ, I'm in the same boat. So
Okay,
get
go
me.
ahead. You pick the beat.
Alright, I got that. We can do another one.
And then
That was dope, man.
Diop a hustler. He'll down for anything. He is
I
not
mean,
tripping off nobody.
Alright. But yeah, like you pick the beat then.
I don't listen to rap.
Okay, let's rap on some Celine Dion then. What's going
No,
on?
because my vocal octave ain't even in that place. I've been smoking on the
beat,
Newport
bro.
You
today.
want me to pick the beat?
You pick the beat,
Uh-oh.
bro.
Here we go.
He want energy. He like chops.
Nah,
He wants Grammy Family by Kanye
no,
West.
I want that.
I got one for you.
I want that. I
Hold
want
on.
that. What's
Go
that
to
song from
type
Pusha
in
T?
try. Hold
like that
on.
funk shit.
Type in Tried by 12.
Who?
Tried by 12.
Like that. The games we play by Pusha T is my favorite beat.
Or
right
Push it to
That's it.
now.
not Ray. Hold on. I'm sorry. Milkbone. Type in
That album?
Type in
Baby,
Milkbone.
wild make beats.
Oh, you said milk bone?
Yeah, Milkbone. Type in Milkbone. Hey, listen.
Only the real know.
Yeah. Type in
Is it to
Milkbone.
keep it real?
Yep. There you go. Let's go, man.
Okay. Here we go.
15 seconds long.
That's only 15 seconds.
Nah, that's the commercial.
Commercial.
Loop it.
Here we go.
I need to find that
Right.
sample, bro.
Oh.
I got you.
You know what
Got
that's
you.
mean.
Oh.
There's a lot of history with this record in itself.
Let's go.
Please don't rap my
Yeah,
verse.
style.
Let's go.
Go to school, drop out.
I'm done.
Clock out.
Oh my God, my mom have a stroke right now. It's like I'm in a dream. Biggie pics sold on display. Scouts the limit living. Tell your mama I found a way. Barcode on heaven gate. Babylonian killer. Gladiator with timid ways. Hannibal grave visions. My deep water can drown a synagogue. You mimicking Gauls. Sistine Chapel graffiti walls in your pattern room. Plus seats, bucket and compass. I was passing through alimony. Remember to the game, no matrimony. And my pot voice. Treehouse painted. Bloodstained aura. Libations been in Coliseum corners. Mausoleum shrouded and happened until the torture. The torture, guerrilla warfare to the goat. A long shot, I suggest that your brother get a boat. I question who you are, looking for the Baphomet. I don't believe this attraction action, looking for the aspect of being addition. I mean, mathematically, why you actually asking me questions, knowing the answers based off cancer, cigarette stick, and I'm kicking clan. No, that's Wu-Tang based shit. I ain't with you. I'm a RZA, gizzard you niggas, or gizzard consistent. Look at your boy, rip his flesh, make a rug out the nigga. You know me, I bar for bar. My freestyles are cheaper, expensive, extensive. My penis, no reason, no equine. Meaning if I fuck the world, I won't fuck your girl, but I'm stuck in twirl. This circle is what you squares won't do. Nicotine and no force, Newport. Don't be a Porsche, you punk niggas on porches. Me being, who am I gonna be now? A.E., I owe you a little bit of a freestyle, cause I speak different. My vocab is those facts who don't ask, I don't laugh, I won't pass. Any opportune now, I'm Hong Kong driven, maybe. Look at your baby. I came through 360 waving, 180. There's 280s. One shot, you going crazy. Mashed potato. Why do you think you can grow in the field with a man when you actually understand you may drown down in the gravy. I mean, this is not Thanksgiving. Possibly I'm bombing you. 9/11, you better call 911 when I saw this thing, baby. You know how it is. I'm too plain for your boy. But if it means what it means, then the jet plane ain't the same. See, I make this currency currently, but current is nothing but a current thing. If you know what your man gonna be on, I'm Bobby Fischer. Check my chest, my chain, no slave. I'm in the water with it. There's no potent. I just feel alone in a world full of oceans. I'm in this. Well, why do you want to defend those fishes? Them niggas who not really swimming in interesting visions. I have to question the way you are, Lieutenant. My tenants are not different in your apartment. I'm partially killing. If I have to slide on you for your rent, my nigga, I know where your mama live. I know where your daddy be. I know where your son stay. I mean, I'm on the horizon. Why would I'm not rhyme? Cause your whore don't understand exactly where your son lay. So, if you in an orphanage or you talking about adoption, what's the problem? Niggas making up all these slides. What the fuck, baby? I don't even talk percussion. I'm coming off the head like my penis came with concussions. I mean, a double entendre. Fuck with your goddess. I don't have no problem. Condominium. I condiment. I want to catch up to your condom. Baby, check me. I don't have nothing to do till you come through. And I may move through everything that you never knew. So my intelligence is so irrelevant. My reverie is with exactly what the devil is. I'm better than. Damn.
Oh my God.
I can't feel my nipples. Hello, sir.
That was cold.
Oh my God.
And that was the whole beat.
Dang, it sure was, wasn't it?
My fault.
You want this?
Give it to
Please
us.
take it.
Hold on.
Try my smoke, man.
I make beats. I don't want no smoke. But if you throw something else on, sure, why not?
Try my
Okay.
Ah, here you go. Smooth.
Okay.
But no, that was like
Type in and try my 12.
Royce God level.
Look at this
Jesus
nigga.
Christ.
Don't do this to me. I wasn't
was like
even on
Royce
point
got
Locked
today.
in.
I wasn't
Liar.
even
You're
sharp
sweating shit.
because I'm hot. You know I
shit lit up.
because
Power, bro.
my
Power.
body
That
and
was
temperature is ridiculously horrible.
I'm about to
power.
spit the
That's why I
most
spit on
nursery
stage
rhyme
the way I
bullshit
do.
of all time, yo.
No, you won't, because you know too many big words.
It's Flatbush Project.
Okay.
Oh my
Alright.
God.
Oh,
That
man, I
was-
should have picked.
That was sick.
Oh no, come on, hit him with it.
Jesus.
What? You want
Pick
this?
something else, man. It don't
Here.
matter.
You got the water ready.
Alright, you go with something else.
I'm digging in my head for a verse because I don't.
Hey, highlight that, right?
Shit, fuck it. This how
Never heard
97
these
niggas
things.
act like it's a freestyle.
Oh, shut
You know,
up.
everybody, all them Jay-Z joints, them niggas had them verses ready. Dear Summer and shit. They gonna put this on. I know you gonna miss
Talking to Ebro. I ain't.
Dear Summer. I know
You
you
gonna miss me.
You should play donuts because the creams is
It's
crispy.
T.
Alright, here we
That
go.
was a freestyle.
Kirkland Dodgers, 95 return.
Oh, I
Kirkland
love
Dodgers.
Kirkland
You got the
Dodgers.
vinyl
Talk
for
to
the donuts
him.
or the samples from that shit.
Talk to him.
Hold on.
You got it. Oh, and it's mint too. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, y'all my shit's man, bro.
Okay.
Alright, here we
I
go.
don't know what it
Yo, he made that on his deathbed, man.
I already know.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That touched my heart.
Hey, man. Here you go. My bad, little.
Please take this
Yo,
greatness.
this right here, dog.
Here we go.
Right. Ooh, this right here. Oh my God. What?
Kill it, brother.
Bringing classes out. Ah. Yeah. Let it breathe. Yeah. This that straight retarded 100K per bar shit, throwing up beat mouth out the window like I'm caustic. Regardless, my conscience nauseous, so be cautious with that nonsense out your mouth, you fucking grouch, cause you a garbage artist. Lyrically transformed into a carcass by a team full of kings whose cousins ain't DeMarcus. Wait, it's Fee Ray on the all-France scoring title drop, now my jersey number March 5th, and you a target. You talking how you fly, know when that's a lie, bogey, you don't even know what par is. The birdies drop down and get their eagle on when Fee Ray on, make them rain and I take them home, know it's arc shit. Wait, my arch nemesis is Genesis, cause I'm a vet on that anti-beginner shit. If you the top 5 alive, the nigga I am Jenna 6, beat the shit out your sentences, don't care what the sentence is. I take the stand in front of Jehovah's Witnesses, Satan is judge, I tell him in his face and say I did the shit. Paul. And I make beats too, nigga, I ain't innocent. Brought up in this world in a voice and an opinion. I'm admitting I ain't Martin Luther King when I'm spitting. I'm a victim of the lower class. That's why I jumped up in the cypher and I showed my ass. The days I wasn't folding cash, when I got a title on to buy my own beat machine and microphone and took the next rap battle title home. Now I can't provide a tone, I'm sampling the xylophone. Lighters on up and we gon' cypher till that fire's gone. And we gon' ride the song until our fucking tires go flat and then stump on this track in Air Maxes. Income taxes coming back is this. Time to invest a couple racks in this rap shit. Hustle backwards, nah, I never will. Cause music was my outlet on the months when I couldn't pay my electric bill. And niggas ask why I'm so effing ill and why going bar for bars like popping a Heath Ledger pill. That's a suicide drill.
Wanna go again?
Diop, you wanna go again?
That's a suicide drill, so let me run it back. We need all of that, plus more galore. My flow cold, I flood the whole scene
It don't
like
end
100
over here,
shores. What you mean? I'm not a king. I baptized the dream, so watch it manifest, motherfucker. Let me shine like a beam in the sky. I glide, glide, like Clyde. Niggas think they fried until they get fried. Shaking steak. Niggas know my flow cold, no debate. I'm a great. Until I'm late, lay to rest, I'ma give them hell. Flow swell, making cash every day on demand. That's COD, RIP, DIOP. Cause I kill myself every time I share the truth. I kill the booth. Niggas think they fried, and me, never that. My flow is all of that, times that, plus more. Yeah, I kill it, I'm really a villain. I'm trying to get it all. Mass appeal is really how I feel. Niggas think they put in the work, but where's the skill? So then you have no results. I'm coming for your neck, I'm a vet, it's a bet. Cut the check. I want more than respect, and that's a bet. How you feeling? I'm feeling like I'm a killing. I'm feeling like I need it all until I'm gone, y'all.
Oh wow.
Oh man.
How much beat we got left? How much of the beat is
Hey,
left?
hold on.
Right.
I can put on another beat.
Oh, here you go. Wow, I didn't know
He want more. He want more.
Hey, listen, hey, bro.
He sounds for a little more sauce. Just more sauce on my wings, please. Can't be too mild. That's what we have. Can't be too mild.
You got a minute left on it.
Oh no, we can switch the beat up. That's fine. Go ahead, throw something else on.
All right, one
Y'all
more
making
beat.
me dig in
One more
the
beat.
crates in my
That's it.
head now.
Man,
That's it.
this is.
Wow, I don't think we've ever done this in
One
our
more
personal
beat.
lives. Just being in the room, it's been a grand grip.
I hope he does something with a weird cadence because I'm gonna spit something that nobody ever heard.
It's good though.
Oh wow, here you go, digging in the golden
feet off
bowl
the
when
energy.
everybody else is lost in behind. Like what?
Yeah, I ain't gonna pick the beats now. We're gonna let Pat pick the beats.
Because Ebony got too much high fire, any beat go.
Give y'all some Paulo Abdul.
Shut up.
Straight up downtown.
Can't take this.
Some new kids on the block. Something like that.
Hey, I need y'all to stop sending in here in the church.
He over there
Thank you.
thinking
Y'all can't
Yeah,
smell
man.
Look at my man. Look at Pat ready to go. He about to
He
smoke
is.
something.
Mr. DJ over there.
Hey, you know what? Do this for me. Do this for me. Oh, okay. I'm gonna let you go.
Too many to choose.
Cause I just want to see your selection.
Give me what we do.
what we do.
I knew you was gonna do that. Oh my God.
Any single and free?
Do it.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Even though
about.
Even though what we do is morally incorrect and facetious at the same time, it's all wrong.
It's not recognizing your E-way how we do it.
E-way.
E-way.
I can't take
riding
this.
down the E-way.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
this up or not, bro?
Yeah, I might as well try. I'm gonna see. I'm not that cold at this point now.
It's fucking.
Yu Yu Hakusho my way through the evening.
You want that 50 cent? Is that what?
I play Candy Shop.
No!
How long we got on that?
That made me hate 50.
I might never drop this song, so I might as well give people
Listen,
credit.
man.
Oh,
when-
wow.
3 minutes long?
Listen, dog. When this song came out, man, me and my old teammate, we played it. Like, we literally played it like 12 straight times.
Oh yeah, this is one of my
This
favorites.
is my
Like, I
jam.
said, hey, man, play it again. Hey, play it again.
Play it again.
Right?
Like we played it like 12 straight times.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you going or what?
You might as well go ahead, man. You was here, Burgundy. I'm ready.
Hold on. I got a song called God Mode.
Rewind it,
Go back. I got a song called God Mode. I'm gonna y'all
Okay.
dose. Let's see how I go with this cadence. I don't really know.
This is about to be something.
I might
So listen to this. This is God Mode. This is called God Mode 2. So listen to it. I got you. I gotta hit this beat. Turn up a little bit for me if you can. Hey. Dose on them. Last time they say I caught the Holy Ghost on them. And tell these niggas I don't ride waves, but since I walk on water, I'm a coast on them. Hold up. Dose on them. Last time they say I caught the Holy Ghost on them. Hidden bars, what are those? My niggas roast on them. Listen, I'm spitting God Mode dose on them. Hold up, like, dose on them. They facial expression look like they seen a ghost coming. Nah. This Pippin pointing at the 10s with the cam zooming in. Nigga, the GOAT coming. I was 72 and 10, 72 and 10. All I did was win, all I do is win. Took a couple losses, I'm still fucking flawless. Then I bounce back on you niggas like the Hornets. Then I bounce back on you niggas like Charlotte, but still got the bounce like my niggas in New Orleans. Woo, they know the flow is still flawless. This whole time I was saying that I'm Jordan, cause I am the owner and the player, nigga. Why your girl got my logo on her when she lay up with you? Wait, I can't jump from the free throw, but I can have my niggas jump you for free though. Nah, keep the peace, bro. Dose on them. Last time they say I caught the Holy Ghost on them. And tell these niggas I don't ride waves, but since I walk on, I just wanna make dope music, live life to the fullest, and take every opportunity, but not be opportunist. I'ma dodge all the bullets, nigga, dodge all the bullshit. Leave and come back for the ring on my bullshit. 4-5 turn back to a deuce trade, cause I'm bred a different way. That's just what the kicks say. Goddamn, I was talking about the beat, not my retros. I used to spend my life savings on them retros. I used to think I was the man in them retros. Now I'm OG, they just replicas to the retro. Niggas asking who the best nigga, let's vote. Fuck it, fuck taking notes, you niggas know who the god is. Fuck being modest, niggas think it's a problem. Treat you niggas like Hillary Rodham, Trump all that you dropping. Fuck up the pole like an overweight stripper that's dropping. No diss to big girls, I'll still put 9 inches inside them. Speaking of Sodom, ask Hussein, not me. More like insane, Usain Bolt with Bin Laden's picking my ID. I run a track and bomb on any nigga that tries me. Every time that I rip, I guarantee it's R.I.P. Wait, but all I see is bad bitches and fake niggas. A bunch of IG models that quote Drake lyrics. A bunch of so-called rappers that only take pictures, stunt for the gram like a bum with a damn cocaine addiction. You think it's not that bad? Bitch, that's the same difference. You lost your soul, that's honestly why lanes differ. And when you leave, take all that phony and fake with you. And when I want to see the real, I'm a face mirror. Saying me and myself, so fuck Irene. Ironic, my opponents do not need Visine to see I'm iconic. Cyclops on a widescreen, life, ultra light beams, dead visions, pipe dreams. Yeah, it might seem weird to these youngins that didn't know the OG could pop back up and take it from them like that. Nigga, your fan base just a fan of your base. So if my base hard enough, it dismantle your wave. I seen your little videos with your branches and caves. I heard your bad business deals and your scavenger ways. You'll take a 360 deal, think the family's paid. But if the man on your masters, he's managing slaves. Listen, you niggas always brag about plays. Check the
Oh my god, you changed your cadence like 5 times.
Rocky in the meat freezer.
Wow.
Rocky in the meat freezer. I mean, I got one more, but it's no point. Listen, you might also play me like a Generation X man. If you gotta throw a fake Drake beat, I don't care.
He said fake.
Fake Drake type beat.
Oh, you don't want that.
And XXXTentacion type beat.
Rap the guys playing.
Not never, no. My sinful life, I'm just getting back right with Christ. I don't need to overstep no bounds this evening. Not today, jeez. What is it? It better not be no Tevin Campbell. Okay, it's Cassidy. Don't do me,
Strawberry
I just have nothing to offer.
Strawberry 23.
I hate that beat.
Okay.
I said, okay. I'm a hustler. So
I got you. Since we're gonna bring up Drake, Diplomatic Community instrumental.
Oh my God.
Sure, okay, whatever. Let's see, this man came out with a whole fresh jar of peanut butter, slabbed it on break, fed it to you, called it a sandwich. Like, that's a lot.
It's right there.
No, this is simple.
Both sides of the bread, like.
Cement sandwich, peanut butter and cheese.
Trying to bite that
on the
mother
flip of the stone. It's over. He who shall not be named, Lord Ball the Cheese.
Oh no, I got one. Okay, if y'all gonna do that, that's fine.
We're here now.
Baby.
No, we don't need that.
The Kanye and Cameron.
And that's,
I see niggas hand it down.
We don't need that. Listen.
Okay, we can do this.
You smoked.
No, you good.
What we do, you smoked it so bad. I smell charcoal. You can go on, continue on, sir. What do you have? I'll take whatever. I'm not picky. I can't rap anyway, so.
Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna mess up anyway. Are you Hakusho, my last joint?
Bro.
I remember nothing. Ooh, crack. How y'all doing out there, free world? Uh-oh, look at this. What are we? Oh, wait. I thought this.
Hold on now.
Wow, it's been a minute since I heard some Knife. And I be on and off with Knife, but we gonna figure it out. I'm not a hater. Even though what we do is wrong.
Okay.
I hope. Like, Knife be hit and miss for me. I love Knife.
Was this ninth Wonder, the animal?
Yeah, but sometimes Knife be like stressing me out. He's like, you got a cold beat right here. Murs is my man, absolutely.
Yeah, this one is B-side. He did on the
Eighth wonder of the world.
That 316
The
album.
flow of the century.
Bad. Okay, I knew I
Came
heard
out
something.
like
Always timeless.
All right, here we go.
One. I may not be great.
But you to go.
One. I'm gonna see what I can do. What I can do. What I can. I need dope like pronto, baby. Looking at your boy, I'm in that Bronco crazy. 2 women aside of me, recited with nines aside of them, aside of it. I don't feel like more aside to you. I'm too apocalyptic. Look at the vision, you bigger niggas quintessentially feeling like Diddy. Look at your bad boy. I heard you tripping. I know you niggas is ass boy. You niggas going off, moving on. Look at me, you haka showing your hoe, and I hope that the door is closed. Bullet hole ripping through after spine and soul. You know, I was in heaven with 7 weapons on my side. 2 bitches running, sucking dick and telling Jesus I lied. My time's coming. I don't have no time. You suckers lie. Why should I relate to your bedded nails? Niggas oversee me like I'm a killer whale. What do you mean? Embarrass them. I put a bullet hole through your mama and let her bones swim through the aquarium. Embarrassing. Why the fuck am I gonna fuck with a bitch? You been fucking with bitches and niggas, and I don't even think that she's pimping my nigga. Why should I cherish you? It's been a hard knock life. While rapping the black on black Prince combined with Mike Jack. I'm Kevin Gated, negated you niggas, debated with niggas. Yu-Gi-Oh with the flow. Trap card and magician. Dark nigga, the park with you. I've been a king. I executed your boy from the window with that beam, baby. How you talking about your king's crazy? I don't feel like you gonna play the trump card. You know, uno, who know, hello, hola, baby. Look at your man. How you living? My man, how you living? Goddamn, how you living? My nigga, I'm willing to kill your fam. I'm living different. I'm at the funeral, barely awake at the wake. It's a memorial service. I know it's hurting your mama today, but I was going through your block, selling crack, talking crazy. I was doing what I did. The weed, that means I supersede your seed. That dime bag is cheap. Look at the loud I keep, baby, I speak. That mean if I roll the blunt, I'm too cheap for you niggas. In truth, look at the booth. It's one other time I am disappointed in those who pointed. You niggas was on the stand, standing without your man. If you got nothing to live for, big barks, I don't even feel off. The shit's rock. My big dad, homie. My big dad's homie. I mean, we called them all pimps. They was trash, homie. Heard a rumor on the block he was a fag, homie. But I ain't saying it matter. I love everybody equally. It just hurts knowing that the black people beef with me because white women love me and they never want to speak with me. It's hard right now because I'm dealing with myself. I don't vote. I don't know. I am the Baphomet with the pen. There's no goat.
Yeah, leave it there, bro. Leave it there.
It's done. I left it.
Super dope.
Hey, man. Yo.
Thank y'all for your time and letting us display our
Listen,
talent.
thank y'all, man, for coming. Hey, yo, Indy, man. Hey, look, we can stop it there, bro.
Yeah. We gonna close it out.
Close it out.
We gotta
Thank
work
y'all,
in the
man, for
morning.
coming, bro.
I'm regular. I gotta work in the morning.
Be there.
Not a father.
Hey, that was beautiful, man. I wish we could stay here longer because there's much more discussions to have about this. So we got to bring you back.
Absolutely.
To have further discussions in regards to other things. Real quick. 5 minutes. What do y'all think about Kanye right now?
I had a feeling that was gonna come up.
Oh, yeah, you know.
I just had a feeling. How do I feel
What do y'all
about
think
it?
about Kanye right now?
All right, this is what I'm gonna say. I'll go last. Actually, I'll go last.
Oh no, bro! Kick off with the wham
All
bam,
right, fuck
please.
it. I'll go first then. A lot of ways. I feel a lot of ways. So, one, I'm a big Kanye fan in terms of his contribution to the art,
For sure.
and not just what he provides through his own craft, but he opens his experience up to other artists, and a lot of people don't do that, and I appreciate that. All right, so with that being said, that's one piece. All right.
Okay.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I don't look to Kanye for political advice.
Okay.
I don't look to him for clear and blessed to have people in my life that, you know, I'm right here rooted at home. But I am appreciative of the nakedness in which he gets as a public figure.
Right.
Because he's going to take all the lashes he gets with some of the most outrageous things he says and does. And he should. When someone steps out of line and you don't agree with it, you have to address it right then, right there publicly.
Okay.
And I think the more we do that, the more we will check each other and we will build more transparency. And it has to come through those conversations. I don't believe we need to be done with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not done with people.
Right.
You know what I mean? People make mistakes. People have opinions I don't agree with. But if I can challenge you on that and we can have a conversation, then growth is possible. So I don't have access to Kanye like Pusha T may have, but I hope that everybody that's around him is having those real honest conversations for that man, because it's important for him, because his life is potentially in danger.
Yeah.
The more he does that, you never know what somebody will decide to do tomorrow. So that's one piece. But even more than outside of his life, everybody is watching and deciding how will they voice their opinion, how will they go about it. And some people will take the Kanye route, and they need to know what comes with that. So yeah.
Okay. Be right. Your thoughts on Kanye?
I posted a status a couple days ago that said Kanye can get the fuck out of here and his music can get the fuck out of here too. That's me speaking from deep-rooted emotions based off of me being from Chicago. And then Kanye being so relatable. Like, think about College Dropout, man.
Right.
That was the most
Organic
blackness.
Kanye. Right.
Blackness personify everything about us.
Right.
And to have somebody, remember Pope was just saying, the people gotta relate to you, your life. To have somebody so far in our spectrum of the regular everyday black, like Kanye was never trying to be a gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a nigga. Like, that was just handling his business, trying to make it through life. So once we grew up past our stupidity phase in life, and we trying to get.
But did he really
together.
grow up like?
No, I'm saying us.
Okay.
So I'm saying from us. No, and yeah, kind of.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? But that's the thing. Like, he still represented. You know what I'm saying? He like everything. Talking about the alpha stare. You know what I'm saying? Even that's part of our culture. Every side of our culture, he personified it. You know what I'm saying? So to go from that far of a spectrum that somebody we all can connect with in a fashion, like being from the Chi, he talked about the folks to start with all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to get to where we are now, that hurts.
Yeah.
To the point where my thing is, you got to understand the power in your words, especially with who you are, but also you have to make sure that you are using the correct terminology so that we understand what the fuck you are
Talking
saying.
about,
You cannot just come out and say, well, they gotta change the 13th Amendment or abolish the 13th Amendment without a full explanation of what the fuck you meant. So the first thing we all thought, man, okay, this nigga wanted slavery to be back. But then it turns out he was talking about the actual 13th Amendment does speak on the fact that the only way you can legally enslave somebody is if they're in jail because of a crime.
Yeah.
So, like, the thought process was correct, but you gotta bring that shit up the right way, bro. Like, we already on pins and needles when it come to you because of this bullshit you pulling. You walking around in a MAGA hat, bro. Like, what? Come on, fam. Like, no, like, and I understand the concept of, I believe in the concept of how can you teach someone different if the only thing you do is go against what their belief is. If that's especially how they're trained up to be. It's like I try to teach my young black brothers, like, okay, if y'all are anti anything, if y'all anti LGBTQ, it's because it was foreign to you and you were raised that way. It's my job to introduce you into newer thoughts and openness.
Right.
Because you were taught a different way. I can't just come to you and say, fuck you because you don't believe in this. All it does is create more turmoil.
Right.
And sides go further. So I understand that, you know, you don't necessarily have to befriend Trump and people like that, but I understand the concept of breaking down the walls of communication based off of who we are. But when you are like leaning on the other side, that shit hurt me, dog. I can't front. Like,
For sure.
at this point, and I mean, I understand, like, losing his mother, things changed a lot. But I feel like he's gone at this point. Like, like you didn't get on Saturday Night Live talking about the homies in the Chi that's struggling, the poor. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
apparently he just moved back.
Like, no, he
That's
did.
what they saying.
But I'm saying, like, but you ain't get on Saturday Night Live and talk about them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, now he says he spoke to Trump about the violence in Chicago, whatever. That ain't Trump business.
That's your
He
business.
can't fix that shit.
Right.
He can't.
You need more relatable people. Man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
can't fix that shit. Trump is not going to give us opportunities that make us to believe we can do anything besides run the street. He's not going to be he's going to be the last motherfucker to fix that. So that conversation with him is irrelevant. I'm glad that you brought it up, but I bet you Trump's whole idea on that was, all right, niggas in Chicago kill each other. Fuck them. It makes the 1% stronger. That conversation don't do nothing for Trump. You know what I'm saying? So some of his stuff is I understand, but overall, man, the dude's gone, man, and it hurts because that was really one of my favorites ever. Like,
yeah,
fuck him and his music.
What are your thoughts?
I love you, Kanye. Fuck you and your music.
I'm not gonna ride with popular opinion here.
Okay.
I don't know why people care. Why do you care? Why do you care? He's not taking food out of your mouth. Why do you care? Why is it so deep to you that you have to make a whole Facebook post about someone that don't know you? You're not affecting his tax bracket.
Kanye knows me.
I know. You Chicago people all live in that same little thing, and y'all all cool. I don't care. I can't. Like, I can't afford it. Kanye is Kanye, man. You are an artist. What kind of hypocrite would I be if I tell you what you can and can't say, or what you shouldn't feel? So what? An artist, 9 times out of 10, we're going to go against the envelope. Don't mean I agree with anything you're saying, but I'm also not following because I have a child. I'm more concerned about educating my kid so she can go out there and do better for herself and not have to sit and look at her idols and question them. He's not God. I don't care. I don't care. You live on my block and say this. I don't care, bruh. It's not doing nothing for me. I'm still going to go to work. I'm going to chase my dream. Right. God's going to give me what I desire with everything in my heart that I'm giving. Your opinion, it hurts me to see people take it so, like, okay, know the game you're playing. This is nothing more than a puppeteer system. You're going to get mad at a man who's not the face of a country, who was not handpicked and appointed to be in front of a nation of people that are robotic. 95% of the world are not aware of who they are. So why am I going to let a robot dictate how I feel? Because this is where you at. I don't care, man. I see so many Facebook posts. Kanye, we're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We're about to burn your jersey in Chicago. And I'm sitting here like, but is your rent paid though? I want to know, is your rent paid? Because that's black people's problem most of the time now. A lot of time sometimes we get so warped up into things that don't have no true relevance to us. It doesn't. And that's not just us, it's just people in general. We are so distracted by what someone else is doing in their opinion. Look, I don't remember much about, like, you ask people about Clinton. Clinton was a terrible president. Great personality, terrible president. Obama, a black man, terrible president, great entity. We're not talking about what Obamacare did, and when we do, we bashing him, but it's not all the way out there because he was a first black president that was likable. We enjoyed you. You were for us, but that just put everything else on the back burner. So now we got Kanye speaking his mind. This is what he feels like. Words don't mean nothing. I tell everybody, speak with clear and concise language. You don't like Ye, you don't like Ye. But that don't mean you should stop doing you and what you need to do.
Absolutely.
To give your energy to that.
Well, these people that get so upset with him, they've allowed him to program them in certain ways.
Yeah.
You know, it's this thing called epigenetics. And you know, epi in Latin means above. So people normally let their DNA indicate who they are. People are controlled by their DNA. So it goes back to relatability. That relatability is now building within your genetics. It's now within you. So you're affected by Ye because you did not utilize your epigenetics. What you ended up doing was you let this man who is not of you integrate with you and dictate how you feel, whether you notice it or not. And this is subconscious. You're not using your conscious mind to be aware that, hey, there's a lot of things we can say here. It's like we can talk about this forever, but just to leave it at this, you don't know who put this man here in order to tell you this on this particular platform with this power. Pac got gunned down for what? There's multiple theories here. We can talk about it forever. JFK got gunned down for what? Multiple theories here. We can talk about forever. RFK, the same situation. Who is putting you in position to speak out an agenda? And it just so happens that Kanye, you lost your mother. Your music is still whatever. You're an artist. You're evolving. Artistry does not necessarily mean being on a beat or creating one or writing a record. It's mainly all about how you're expressing yourself. And hey, we will be hypocrites if we sit up and go against Jay for being an artist. And being an artist means expressing yourself. And that's just what it comes down to.
That's good. That's good stuff, man. And you know, and My idea when I first seen this post come across with Kanye, I listened to it. I'll let y'all listen to just a little bit. But what I see and hear in this is a man that's in pain and that's hurting.
Absolutely.
I see a man who is mentally drained, mentally done. He's he may be taking medication, he may not. For whatever reason it is,
He's
I
off
think
of
this
his
is
meds now.
this is a good reason to
100%.
acknowledge mental illness in the black community, which mostly goes unseen.
Right.
We are mostly looked at as strong. Even amongst ourselves, we don't like to talk about what the effects of mental illness is, and we don't even want to tell each other or family that something is going on with us. And a lot of times we don't see doctors, and a lot of times that ends up coming out in other ways.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So I think it's important to address. When I see this, I don't even think of politics because I don't like Democrats or Republicans. I think it's all a circus. But when I see this,
I'm a freerayist.
Here you go.
but when I see this and Kanye and him asking him these questions and him answering and him kind of looking off into the abyss, taking a long time, I'm like, something is mentally wrong with this dude, and they are politicizing this.
Yeah.
Some people are using him to say, hey, he's with us. He's with the Republicans. The Democrats are saying, well, we're against, it's like, really? This dude is suffering from something. That's what I see. I see pain. I see hurt. I see a lot of, I look at black people in general and I say, man, why when people bring up mental illness, they look at us and they don't think that it's possible. It's possible. To me, you looking at it right here through this man that just went through all this stuff.
And then,
You know what I mean? So I think we have to realize, like, at the end of the day, I like what you said in regards to making sure that we bring our kids up right, make sure that we focus on self, focus on home, and not get too caught up in the political game.
right.
It's unfortunate that social media has been the outlet for so long for a lot of us, and it's really, especially over this past couple of years, has pushed us in different places and caused a lot of division, I think.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Facebook for trying to work on that, but a lot of the damage has been done. So now we're picking up the pieces, and I just want to acknowledge that we can't just throw people away. You know what I mean? It's easy to throw people away, but let's look at the deeper issue, what's going on here. Something is wrong with this man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just not a mental illness is just not something that affects Caucasian people where they get to say that, something was wrong with me or I didn't have an upbringing. We are the most traumatized. I mean, like, PTSD is real.
Man, yeah.
Where we
buddy.
come from. People getting shot, hear a gunshot, waking up. A lot of people don't wake up and hear gunshots that often. They don't wake up to dead bodies or to see people strung out on drugs, to go to school and not know what it's like to have a good meal, because at the end of the day, you got to figure out how to feed your little brother and sister.
Yeah.
That's a traumatizing upbringing, and we grow up and we become adults and it's still with us.
Man.
So when I see Kanye, that's what I see. This dude lost his mom. He was in a car wreck. He done been through several different relationships. And it's not a scapegoat. I'm really saying, like, if you look at this dude's history,
Yeah.
there's some shit going on.
Right.
And this is not the time for people to take his words serious.
Facts.
We can't take him serious right now. This ain't even Kanye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He done been through some things, and ain't no telling what kind of drugs he on or been put on or been on. You know what I mean? I get frustrated with this stuff to come out of his mouth too, but I still go back and say, man, well, what happened?
Yeah.
Right.
How we end up here?
What's going? Yeah, well, how do we get to this
I mean,
place?
how you go from saying George Bush doesn't care about black people to
Something's
support
wrong.
this dude?
That tells you right there that something is wrong with this dude, and I can't really take him serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I listen to it and I'm like, man, okay, he talking a lot of the stuff that he talks about in regards to black people, he's not even coming from a factual understanding
That's
a
what
lot
I
of
heard.
times.
That's why I heard me.
Yeah. And yep.
Don't speak on my behalf when you
For
when
sure.
you was the perfect person to do
And that's
so.
yeah.
And now
yeah.
you're the exact opposite. Like, I mean, everything you're saying is real. Everything
For sure.
Pope said is like super
For
real.
sure.
And it's funny because this is the one thing that you can get me.
Absolutely.
Like, Pope,
Yeah.
I always preach about logical
Yeah,
emotion,
yeah.
logical emotion.
For sure.
I'm the guy that's like, man, fuck that. It's our
Right.
KZ, bro.
Right.
You know I'm like that. Like,
Right.
fuck that nigga.
For sure.
Hey, are the people around us happy? You know what I'm saying?
sure.
Straight up.
You speak about, man, it might be because I'm from the shot, dog. But you're right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah.
need to write him off. He needs help.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs help,
You're right.
and I
That's
mean,
real.
and we have to start looking at each other like that. You know, people who go out and do outrageous stuff, have outrageous conversations.
Right.
You know, not only are they seeking attention, but what the hell is going on in the background?
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And why don't we get a chance to say that somebody may be suffering from mental illness? That's the bigger question, is why do we have to take
Black
somebody
folks
at
don't
face
get an
value
opportunity.
and not understanding that something must have happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This ain't the same college drop. I mean, I know people evolve and change, so you take money into account, you take the living situation into account. You done been propelled to another level, so it's easy to get disconnected from the community.
Yeah.
When you've been living in another world for so long, you don't see all this stuff. You look at Floyd Mayweather, all lives matter. He don't know what's going on in the street.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Without understanding that all lives matter is considered a hate group for real. Like they're in the book as a hate group. Black Lives Matter is not in the book as a hate group. A lot of people don't like it because they think it, for whatever reason, it's one of the most peaceful groups that has represented black folks. But you know, there's a people that will challenge that. But All Lives Matter was written off by the government as a hate group. And then you have Floyd Mayweather say, well, all lives matter. He says, you don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
I can't take him
He's
at
so
face
out-
value.
He's so out the loop that
I can't take him serious.
that's real.
You know what I mean? So, you know, and this is different coming from somebody who is actually in politics and who actually knows what they're talking about. That's different. You know, it's hard to take anybody seriously these days because once people get, seriously, when people get fame and they start getting, it's guys that, like the Pan-Africanism, like it's guys that I followed for a while and I just had to write off, like, dude, you done got to a level where you just got disconnected.
I need Dr. Umar Johnson to chill out there.
Man.
You know what I
Let
mean?
them
Like our
coupons
leaders are tripping. You know what I mean? So it's really to the point. This goes back to what you were saying, is where we just got to focus on us and building up the people around us, because at the end of the day, it's people that get out there and they go through all these things. They get all this fame and they get this money and they start going and they going left. You know what I mean? So we had to figure out how to fix us. And a lot of that comes from realizing what these people are really going through. What are we going through that is causing this kind of stuff to happen? You know, Kanye sitting with a MAGA hat on. You know what I mean?
Man.
I mean, and to me, the dude is living good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So really, you seeing the side of what people talking about building business up, having money, and then
But he can't be living good.
he internally he's not living good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cause and then it's like a reflection of his support cast. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like, who is like is supposed to be helping him with caring for himself?
Absolutely.
Because this continually happens.
When you got money, do you really got people around you that care, or they just trying to get a check? So, you know, it's a lot going on. But I would say let's not write people off, but let's try and figure out, like, if we taking them at face value, or if we, you know, let's not take it so deep to heart that it really affects our movements. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I used to be that way too. You know, somebody come out and say something crazy, like, oh,
And I'm be honest
but I'm
with
like,
you.
man, why don't we get the mental illness, right? Why all the stuff that we've been through over history, why is it couldn't there be something wrong with people that are crying for help? You know what I mean?
It's not designed for us.
Right.
It wasn't meant to be for us. That's
Right.
why one thing I try to push when it comes to the Asiatic man in general, this I want to refer to as, that's the Asiatic man. We are the key piece of the universe. We're the concentric piece of any and everything needed.
For sure.
There is nothing on this earth that we have not laid hands on or influenced. The moment that we can sit right now and engage and understand that we are that gene. The black woman is the only woman that carries the gene that can reproduce any race in the world. When we understand our power and we put away all of these things we've been conditioned with, we can literally rebuild everything up from the ground 10 times more stronger, more faster, more
Yeah.
substantial, greater. And no knock to other races. But that's why we keep falling in the hole.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't put Kanye in this position and there's a gang of Jewish white people. I don't anticipate you to be a black man that much longer. I anticipate you to be a pawn with money. I gave you some money, now I'm going to shut you down. But if we're going to use your greatest strength, which is your platform, I'm going to feed you this information.
Right.
And we're going to give it to you to showcase to those of your race, your people, those who need you. You're their leader. Because do we really need a leader? No, because we're naturally that. We're naturally that. It's just we have to stop being lazy, do the research and the education and apply it properly.
Move our feet.
This is why it goes back to the whole Kanye thing. We're mad at Kanye. Why? Because we don't have the balls to be leaders. Really? Is that leader conversation? That's not championship lingo. Why are you sitting here giving me an opinion on a man that's not doing nothing for you? Where is your championship at? You can't criticize Brock Lesnar for his form and you never got in the cage. That's stupid. What are you doing? Pick up a book, learn yourself, be your own boss. Because Kanye living or dead ain't gonna do nothing for me. I have to do it. Politics mean nothing when it's a white man's game that's played. We just throw a black man in there to make it look nice. We're gonna support Trump, and then what? That's it? You gonna rush us to the polls and make us believe that our vote count when you think we can barely read? And you got 75% of us locked up in the judicial system right now. The prison industrial complex got us locked down. You want to get our vote to throw us away? That's what you want? And that's what we mad at? Because somebody's saying it in a way that we're not agreeing with? Oh, I support Trump. You support Trump. Okay, that's you. That is you. I am an Asiatic man. I am my own leader. I got the genes to hold the world in my palm. Why am I worried about flesh for? When my spirit's the key. And I think that's what irritates me about this whole thing. I'm mad at the flesh and the mind of a man who's not even stable. Because what does that tell me about me if I'm worried about a man that's not stable? It's crazy. That's just my opinion, but that's crazy.
Yeah. It's good stuff, man. And this is the kind of dialogue that we need to continue to have.
Yep.
You know, it's important for us, whether we agree or disagree, to have this dialogue and hear different opinions. I think we shut each other out too much instead of just let me hear what you got to say about it. Let me hear what you got. Let me see. You know, we all may have a different view, but we all need to come to the same ground.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So, thank y'all for coming, man.
Yeah, thanks for
Abby,
having
you
me.
want to close it out?
Thank you, guys.
I
appreciate
think
your
they
family.
pretty much already closed it out.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, family.
I mean, you just been sitting too quiet over it. I wanted to give you a chance to
Yes, sir.
do
Now,
your
hey,
thing.
look, now don't you dare get on here next show and say that this person said,
Yes, sir.
we got a freestyle from you. I'm trying to pay you for a verse. I'm here to support you, Epps.
Hey,
Thank you.
one PSA. The 9th, next Tuesday, I'm dropping the album. It's been a year and a half. It's my first self-produced
Congratulations.
album.
All right,
Yeah.
then.
Still shining.
Still shining.
Yeah, on the way.
Like forever, man.
Do that, man. Make sure you tag us and let us know about it.
Oh, got you.
And make sure you anything y'all got going on, put in the comment section because
Yeah,
there's a
please.
lot of people that's gonna watch us later.
Yes,
They want to know,
Lord.
well, who's this person, who's this guy. Make sure y'all put your information in
All
there.
right, will do.
Absolutely.
We just want to I just want to thank y'all, man, for coming through. You know,
Bless
we
y'all,
could all
man.
be
Bless
doing
y'all.
something like sleeping right now, but we up trying to make it happen.
We're
Love
building.
it.
We're building.
And
Yeah.
Facts.
and I just want to say that thanks to the viewers for always rocking with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to
We
the
still got
Thank y'all, man.
yeah.
Share this, man. Share it, like it, share it, love it.
Please
It's
do.
important that we
Please.
continue to have dialogue within our
Word
community and stop letting people be a voice for us. You
Yeah.
know,
Man,
and
shout out
we
to
hear,
y'all for having a platform.
Yeah.
that
Well, thank you.
all are
Appreciate
using,
that, man.
Amen.
that you are
Beautiful.
using as a tool
for sure.
of unity and exposure for artists and things of that nature, rather
Facts.
than a tool to
Appreciate
tear
that,
down.
fam.
For sure.
We're seeing that
Come on.
very often, not only with news and media outlets, but you know anybody that's got access to the world seems to use it as a tool of destruction. So props to y'all for
Well, thank you.
having
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's love,
Trying
fam.
to be a
Appreciate
part
that,
of the
man.
solution, man.
Appreciate that.
And we don't get a dime from this. We just voluntarily do this because it needs to be done.
Man, again.
You know
Oh,
what I
we
mean?
look, we're all here. Let's look
We are.
unified.
And we encourage people who want to know about podcasts or how to get something started to holler at us. You know,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
like you said
Absolute.
earlier, it's free game. Like
Yeah.
you know, we don't have a history of podcasting. I mean, we 2 years in, so we got a little bit of experience, but we just decided to do this one day. You know, because it needed to be done. So if anybody want to learn about how to do it, just hit us up. We got, you know.
Well, I'm going to hit you up because I'm going to drop the news right now, buddy. 2019 is the year of the Birdcage Session situation, meaning I'm going straight into the visuals, and I am trying to introduce the Birdcage Sessions podcast because this It's an inspirational thing, and I believe in my heart of hearts that God has bestowed me the opportunity to be here in front of you, all of you, to soak this game up, and just going through it has made me happy, and it's made me realize that I can pull it off, because this is black entrepreneurship at its finest.
Absolutely, man.
This is power.
Absolutely, man. Yes.
You gonna call it ice cream and cake.
Yeah, my podcast is called Your Baby Mama's Favorite Baby Daddy. Actually, your baby mama's favorite single father.
Oh God! Yeah.
No, I'm messing with you.
I love it.
Since Pope dropping news, it's been a very long time, but F-Ray has an album coming out.
Oh, snap.
I haven't told you that, but
I feel like you're having a baby.
Yeah.
Is it a baby?
I have an album coming out.
Nice.
Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi.
Awesome. Oh, that's a nice name.
There's
Wait a minute. What?
Hold on, you ain't hip hop, so is this dropping around the time that Star Wars coming out with something?
actually no. So Revenge of the Sith is me all over spitting nasty bars all over trap beats, and then Return of the Jedi is all boom bap.
Nice.
Wow.
Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi.
Oh,
Like that.
that's dope. I like that.
Sensor like influenza. I'm just kidding.
Make sure you drop that in the
A
comment
roast
section.
dolo from state to state.
Absolutely.
Yes!
I've been hiding that on people, but I'm pretty much almost done with the creation part of everything, and it just gotta be recorded.
I love it, man. Keep going, man, and
Yeah,
keep
man.
doing it, and let us know how we
But
can help.
Diop dropping though.
The ninth.
The
ninth.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hold up.
one more thing. Hey, since everybody's talking
Hold on.
musically,
Pope dropped the album recently.
yeah, Fury Road.
Yeah.
Fury Road.
Fury
Go
Road.
get that Fury
You
Road.
said it wrong.
Road.
It's called Fury Road.
Fury.
Fury Up.
That's all I need. Okay, because everybody's doing the music thing, and I'm talking about this as an entrepreneurship.
Fury Road is. I was just about to say it. Fury Road is available on all major music outlets.
Title?
Yes,
It is on Tidal. It is on
Yeah.
Spotify. It is on Apple Music. It is on iTunes.
yes,
Wow.
Dope. I love
I'm
it.
going to put the link tree in the
Did you produce some?
Good.
No.
Some of the tracks?
I
Not
didn't
the Stone
produce
Round.
nothing on none of these gentlemen's projects because they have great producers. And Diop is the rapper. Then his alter ego
Thank
is
you,
Yop.
sir.
He makes his own beats now. They don't need me. I'm just the old guy that just like sits in the room in the Matrix. by
I'm so
myself.
sick of you when it's the
I
pen
got
talk.
that name from him though.
Depends out.
Because every time
Yes.
F-Ray would see me, he'd be like, "Yeah." And you know what I
There you
mean?
go, bro.
F-Ray is a rapper and a
Appreciate
producer.
you, sir.
So it just felt right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just recently turned 30, so I'm like, I'm entering a new decade. What's the best gift I can give myself as an artist? What's the best gift I can give myself, period? And that's a new skill.
Facts.
Fucking love it.
There
Why
you
not
go.
learn how to
Why not?
produce?
Yeah.
And guess what about producing?
Man down.
It's ageless.
Absolutely.
Facts.
It's ageless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sweet.
So,
I love it. Diop, produced by Yop.
produced by
Yup.
I love it,
Shout out
man.
to the viewers, man. We
Yeah, shout out to the
appreciate y'all
viewers.
for
We
coming,
appreciate y'all for hanging with us. I know it's late. We gonna catch y'all. We got something special for y'all next week, so please tune in next week. And shout out to EB again. A vocab. I speak.
Yeah!
Spit.
Oh, I can't wait.
Crispy!
I
hear
speak,
some of
you
those
speak.
beats,
I was about to say, I want you
Yeah,
to
buddy.
No,
I gotta take a cigarette break.
I came in.
Jump.
You had the vinyls when I
Yeah.
came in.
Yeah.
Okay, actually, you put it on here. I want you to
I know
hear
you got. I know you got some heat.
Bar
I
heavy.
got not on this shit yet.
I will return.
My guy will be here in about
Oh,
20 minutes.
Yo,
I won't be here.